Filna. Filna said this is their first ever tournament match. So here we go. We're going to be christened over here at the Jeekly now. Arashi, Miruku, if you know, previous Academy graduate, Kai connoisseur. They're looking pretty good here in the corner, getting this frame trap counter hit, but Filna was ready with the burst.
I mean, going ahead and bursting out of that situation, understanding the absolute pain Arashi can lay down. A good stun dipper. RC misses the combo though. ID back. JS gets a big counter hit on the 6H. Going to be able to take that round pretty swimmingly, not having to get up any resources. But if you're Filna, you're not so upset right now. Got all that 50 burst back. Gonna have to be able to rely on the strong pressure. 2H coming in, reset the situation. Grave Reaper trying to control space, trying to do what Testament can do best. Tries to go in for a teleport, but things just don't work out. Big counter hit. Arashi gives up the burst.
Nice stuff. Oh, it's going to be that Vapor Thrust combo, man. Love seeing those combo potential when you got the shock state applied. Filna doing some crafty stuff there with that 2S, 2H pressure in general. But right there on that backdash, Arashi was ready with that 50 meter. Went for the burst bait, but I like the Filna not falling for that one. Holding on to that mechanic. You got 100 meter right here to spend. Just got to get that chance. You see the 2K, the JK, the fight out of that corner as well. Good stuff, but Arashi with the throw. That mental stack getting high there towards the end. Going to be able to finish off that first game.
I think that's what we see Arashi do so well in the academy, being able to use these bigger normals or even some of these lighter normals like that 5K, that 2P, to really apply on that strike throw and really make that mental stack something that's really hard to deal with for almost any level of play, but especially back whenever we were seeing them slaying in those academy brackets. But we're in the open. We're now here fighting Filna, and it's working. It's working out.
Yeah, no, Arashi recently has been on the grind using the Discord to look for games. So, y'all, if you're interested in checking that out, we got a little bit of a community that we had built up. Even with the hiatus, it's still been going strong. I'm going to keep it a million. So, thanks to the community for still keeping gear alive in all assets and facets, rather. And exclamation point Discord, you can check us out there. You can see all of our tournaments, our offline, and our looking for games. But right now, Filna got this pressure up with the H Reaper fighting back with that 2K. But Arashi with the good air-to-air. So, we can get this H sign Joki, but not holding that with the gold burst.
I mean, it really heads up gold burst there. Not only gets rid of the pressure, but also stops the stun state from being applied. Big pickup though with the 2K, gets the HDP. 100 meter on deck, doesn't even need to spend it. Arashi showing what this character's combo structure can look like when you're able to get the perfect hit. H stun dipper to try and catch that recovery. 2K do D. Can't really go for that for the overhead or low situation there. 5K goes for the 6H frame trap. HDP gets the wall stick right as the burst happens, but as the wall bounces off, Filna giving up that burst.
Yeah, Filna going to spend that mechanic to try to push back Arashi, but it's going to be that frame trap on 5K to get ourselves this game 2. Guys, real quick, I just want to call out something. So first off, ScaryEsq, I've said it before the stream started, match the prize pool by $100. Thank you very much for that one, Scary. And then during this match alone, Sound came out. Is that SoundBlazer? Sound came out, putting $100 also in the prize pool, bro. The prize pool tripled in less than 10 minutes. I don't know how to respond other than thank you so much. I know your players are going to appreciate that one, guys. Holy moly. Just thank you. Thank you so much.
Whenever we're coming back to the scene, we're like, dude, oh my God, we're jeeking it hard and we're jeeking it strong. Come back hard. We love it. Oh, let's go. I'm so happy to see the support come for the Jeekly. Like, with all the stuff that we've been having to deal with and like waiting for a big update for Strive, kind of not really having much communication from ArcSys and kind of the multiplayer aspect of this game really keeping it alive. It was brackets like the Jeekly that have really helped us weather through, and whenever the Jeekly was able to was kind of having to go on a break, it's really great to see that all of you still love us and still care about us and still want to see this tournament thrive. I love you guys. I love you guys. I know I do.
I appreciate all of y'all, guys. Of course, I appreciate y'all dropping into that prize pool. Sound Scary, thank y'all so much. But we also got to thank your players out here. Shouts to Filna saying, hey, this is their first match, their first tournament match out here. I said, hey, you mind being on stream? They said, put me on, coach. So here we go. Thank you very much, Filna. And right now, we're doing some good stuff with that H Reaper trying to fight back out. It's going to be that deep JS to get this pressure up out of the corner. 6H catching Arashi holding up. And I love the use of our dash in JK. We've been using it to try to get out of the corner, using it as a quick air normal right there. But Arashi able to fight back out, closing out that round, putting us on set point.
I mean, with these big buttons from Kai, it's really easy to be able to brawl with Testament. Big back throw on the teleport, understanding the weakness. HDP gonna come out, goes for the burst bait though. This is the green we talked about inside the Bible. Tries to go for an air stun edge, but things not really working out. Trying to be a little bit more passive in our play. Goldbreast's gonna come out, gonna get that positive bonus. Sacred Edge gonna come out, gets a big hit on the low, but no way to confirm into the kill with the YRC bait and punish. Arashi taking this first set of the night 3-0. Right, everybody, getting in here to this next match. We have NhelvY coming in here on the Slayer, somebody that I've definitely seen around before in the community playing in tournaments, and Judex, somebody that I know is a strong, hungry player. Seen them before in a couple of different brackets. The 2D coming out, getting that good knockdown, IAD safe jump, get the meaty big hand of doom though. Burst gonna come out. Now we're sitting back and forth, playing neutral. Burst exchanging back and forth, gets a big counter hit. That's exactly what you want to see on Slayer. But the 5K link after the forward slash doesn't happen how we wanted. Both these players returning to neutral, both of them trying to be patient, trying to exploit each other's weaknesses. Master's Hammer comes out left to right of desperate doom and despair. NhelvY gonna take that first round.
And both players having a fair amount of meter there too, but I like how much we're using some of our quick normals out here. A lot of 2P to check out of some of these dirty steps. Yep, if you're gonna play Slayer, you better know how to throw Master's Hammer. So great stuff there from NhelvY, getting a counter hit here as well. Judex blocking this one out. Great stuff, but getting caught by that low. And the follow-up, Danny said, oh, I got mixed. That looked like it was a cross up on the initial one, but then crossed up again to get that pile bunker to put you on the wall. Great stuff there from NhelvY.
For that 5K there. What a gold burst. So we could punish? So we could punish? Oh, NhelvY is locked in, bro. I being the gold burst to get the punish after wall break. That had to have been a hard call out. Great stuff here for both these players going in for that PRC to make sure they could get the timing. Wow, that's crazy. That's insane.
Awesome stuff there, man. NhelvY using that meter there at the end to close it out for Cinder. Here we go, man. Thank y'all. I gotta say it again, I can't say it enough. Thank y'all so much again, Scary and Sound, for dropping that into the prize pool, y'all. We're sitting at $300 Renos out here, going straight to your players. In fact, I think because it's 300, I think that's a top 4 split now. I think once we broke 200, it became a top 4 split. So top 4 actually getting paid out tonight, y'all. You can check that out, ¡1 Matcherino for the details. But right now it's NhelvY. Oh my god, I love that link in the 2K.
Woo, those Link 2K combos can lead to a lot of devastation, especially off a tap dust. But speaking of devastation, we're gonna have a reset here. 6H goes into the Master's Hammer. Universe Kyle hit. We got the wall bounce with the Hand of Doom super. Mappa Hunch gonna break through the wall. Hard knockdown. That's exactly where we want to be if we're NhelvY.
Oh, Judex unfortunately going down there with that meter. Had a whole stick of butter, but you got to respect NhelvY on that hard knockdown wall break, right? So got that cross up, got that mix up, and then was able to take you out without spending that meter. But right now, Judex looking good with this cross up close slash here. I'm looking at NhelvY's burst. We're going to see when we're going to spend it. Oh, wow. Great timing on it to corner out our opponent. That Master's Hammer catching. Oh, what an amazing throw.
Back and forth for both our players. Another Master's Hammer throw inside the corner. Big burst, big punish. Close slash 2S. We're gonna get a big bunker loop going here. Things don't work out how we wanted. Oh, it's the last horizon. Will it kill though? This is gonna have a good bit of scaling. No, it doesn't kill. 100 meter on the side of Judex has a chance to get out of this. Hard knockdown of the situation, but you're so minus the IB on the Mappa Hunch. Doesn't let us escape. NhelvY kind of had to panic there, but was able to bring it back in.
Yeah, shout outs to Judex right there. Man, honestly, I didn't realize that we were going to live here, so the replay isn't going to catch that last sequence. I'm not going to lie. I love how Ukyo, as a Slayer player, already knew. Like, no, Jeek, no, I know.
Yeah, the scaling on Last Horizon is so insane. Its minimum damage is so small. For a 100 meter super, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Here we go, guys. Yeah, shout out to all the Twitch chat, by the way. I see all y'all in there. I see Flowed, Smitty, Bronzewell, Sound. Thank you so much again, Sound. Anchored in here, Rads, Axel fan, guys. Jeekly's back. Idolo. If I said every name, I'd take all day, right? So thank y'all so much. I'll try to respond when I can, but right now, It's NhelvY pushing us back with that burst. Judex still fighting back here, man. Judex has the potential to start putting those games on the board. Gotta say, Nel just been having things go their way. Nice frame trap here to get that counter hit. Close slash, scooting up with our own last horizon. Ukyo, does this one kill?
I don't know. We could see a little bit. I'm thinking no. Oh. Okay, well, I was wrong. I would have lost.
Getting right every time, Ukyo. Here we go. Good stuff getting that round. Judex.
I'm gonna be real, I was looking at Twitch chat. I didn't see how much scaling that one had.
Okay. I got you on the cutscene. You're like, it's literally 50-50.
Yeah, I was like, I have to be right. I have to be right. It's one of the two. The cross-up's coming up here, guessing for Judex here, trying to get something going, knows that that setup is fake. OTG close slice, tries to go for the car. Oh my God, we're speaking Slayer with each other. Big counter hit, gonna be able to get the nice combo confirmed. Judex might be down 2 games, but they're not out of it yet. All you need is 1 hit with Slayer, and they proved it 2 times before.
I gotta say, as a non-Slayer player, it's got to be like my favorite mirror in the whole game, bro. And also, I mean, these are very good Slayer players, right? I mean, the amount of Masters hammers getting thrown in this set alone is insane. It just shows that, like, not only do these players, you know, not only can they pilot the Slayer, but they know the matchup, right? They know the timing. If they're going to tell people to counterplay, they can do it themselves, huh? Here we go, game 4.
100%. And one of the things that can be so hard in this matchup is playing around Mappa Hunch. Like you saw there, it allows for a lot of RPS, and especially in neutral, with that K Mappa Hunch, it can allow you to get in really easily, and not having a way to dash block really makes it hard to make it minus. But we're gonna see some working here. Goes for the dash through backbreaker, but things don't work out. We're sitting at each other in neutral, daring each other to come close. Nel has the life lead, doesn't need to get close. 2H is gonna come. Oh, we're speaking Slayer! Wins the trade, gonna be able to get a big confirmer, but drops! The close slash doesn't pick up how we wanted to. 2H Masters Hammer, you can't throw them all. You gotta be ready. Tap does the Doom and Despair and wins the majors, and now is on set point.
Nice stuff here. That being said, Judex did just put 1 here fresh on the board. Proving y'all that we can get this done. Here we go. Nice stuff though, I gotta say, Nel really cashing out when we get these hits, being able to confirm to send you through the wall, keeping that meter as well here for any mix or possibly for a super if we want to throw it. Both players with the Mappa Hunch neutral, it seems like it's going to be Nelv spending that meter first. Judex with a nice throw, but man, these Hand of Dooms.
Hand of Doom coming out here. A nice little link into 5K off of that close side. Oh, we're speaking Slayer. Oh, we're speaking Slayer, and Nel able to out Masters Hammer, the Masters Hammer. Great stuff there. What an interesting set.
Here in the Jeekly 90, it's going to be Kellen up against Madchu. We said it before the stream. Madchu's from my local, Kellen's from Ukyo's. So here we go. We obviously got our favorites.
Hey, I'm not going to be biased at all. Let's go, Kellen. A big hit there coming from the top rope. Gonna force the burst out of Madchu, but things are going well here on the side of both these players. Gets a big overhead. Gonna be able to get the stagger pressure going. Use that PRC, get the rope set up, the high-low situation. Stagger pressure is so hard to deal with. Jumps over, gets a big hit, has the rope above, gets the JK, gets the wall stick, has the Kara into the super. We're gonna get a wall break, hard knockdown, positive bonus. Things are going great for us right now for Kellen.
Yeah, oh, good jump right there from Madchu, but yeah, I mean, it was definitely an uphill battle once that mana shield was broken. Shouts to Kellen for that optimal routing. Madchu still trying to fight back there, trying to stay in that round. But hey, we're going next here into this next one. We got some good cards to start. Whoa, that teleport tripped up Kellen. Probably thought it was going to be a cross-up, so got hit on the same side. Madchu keeping you back here.
I mean, don't have that many disjoints to try and get through projectiles like a character like Apple would in Jealous Rage. Has to try and jump over. And Madchu, this is the exact kind of hit that you want. Gets a lot of opportunities to stop these books and look for Exodia. But what a smart mash out by Kellen. Gonna be able to get out of the corner, but not if Gravity Staff has anything to say about it. Madchu gonna put this set at 1 life apiece.
Nice stuff, evening it up. Good just block right there on that chip pressure and fighting out with the stagger as well. Checking early with that 5K. keeping you back here. Some cubes coming out, gonna approach a little bit more, but Kellen using that space to fight through the cubes with 5P special cancel. Great stuff. PRC mix getting caught by the low. Madchu bursting it back, but with that mana shield broken, able to build some back. Gonna be able to fight back here with the close slash on the other side, getting a punish on Kellen's landing. Oh, but the 6P getting blocked. It's gonna be the setup here from Chip.
I mean, this is exactly what you want to be in this kind of situation. Look at how little spells we have if we're mad at you. Going to be able to replenish. Gets a nice little tricky cross up with the teleport. Holding that burst. Goes for the bait potentially, but things don't work out how we wanted. Big 6P going to create a counter hit, and we get the hit from Madchu to secure game 1. No.
Let's go.
Let's go,
Madchu. No bias. No bias.
No bias. No bias, y'all.
Okay, looked like we went for the burst bait, just probably didn't fully commit there, but that 6P keeping Chip down. You saw Madchu was ready with the anti-airs earlier on that set, but right there was able to get the connection there, had the right RC to back it up. I mean, both players showing you there some strengths. Kellen with some great stagger. Also, great way fighting through the cubes. You got to do that at this level, right? If you're gonna be playing against like really good Oscars, you got to be ready to check with your quick jabs, your fast buttons, and then special cancel right through. So Kellen right now hopping off the sand, hopping back on, getting that breather. 1 HP Trap Inch. What's the Pokemon special ability that makes it to where Trap Inch can't die when he's at 1 HP? Isn't it like Focus Sash or something actually? Anyway, here we go. Game 2.
I don't play Pokemon. I play Guilty Gear. You guys play Pokemon? Anyways, these cubes coming out, this is exactly where you want to be if you're mad at you, but we're using that fast distance to get in close. DP that got turned into a dizzy freeze coming in here for Madchu. Kellen still has that burst on deck, has the overhead, no mana. We're gonna have to do something quick here, but what a conversion from Kellen! Gonna be able to pull you down from the heavens with the 5 or with the JK. Gonna get a hard knockdown. We get our safe jump here. Edie on the board. We're going for a stagger pressure. What was that?
Oh my god, that was mixed, bro. Gonna send Madchu through. That was crazy. Yeah, so what was that? That was the overhead Rekka, but then we PRC'd and then drilled down to try to get Madchu pressing. I mean, damn, good stuff. Good use of that one. Madchu gonna burst back that counter hit 2D. Oh, keep it. Oh my god, converting off of that wall bounce. Madchu trying to use that rope to approach, but has to spend the burst. Get out the corner. Madchu putting you right back.
Oh, we're stuck in the corner here. This isn't where you want to be if you're Kellen. So many Oscars that are local, but it can be so hard to get out of this pressure, especially when things are going well. Hand is going well, mana secured. Madchu's doing such a great job at securing these resources. Gets stuck in the gravity staff with a big cube of doom and despair. Gonna be able to put this at 1 round apiece once again, like our first match.
Even if that round didn't win, oh, okay. Ooh, good counter hit right here. Nice conversion from Kellen. Got you mixed up with that Alpha Blade, but Madchu not holding that one. Pressing back out with that 2P. Getting away from this Alpha Blade here in the air. Very active against those cubes. Kellen with a good jab. He's going to put you up here to the wall in the corner and catching you on your wake up as well. Madchu sent through.
The meaty gonna come out here, gonna be able to get us to wall stick. We have very few spells to work with though. That's not a DP anymore. We don't have an option besides burst, and it gets baited. Kellen gonna be able to tie it up 1 apiece. Oh, this set is going hard. Okay. This set is going hard.
All right, good stuff, Kellen. Good stuff.
Good stuff, yeah.
Like what you're showing. Definitely like the Rekka PRC drill. That was definitely a weird one right there. And then the burst bait at the end, of course, is the cherry on top. You got to give it back to Madchu. It's not in the replay, but Madchu getting the big ball and then converting off of the wall bounce it gave us because Kellen was so high on the rope. And Madchu having that awareness to know the run up and get that 5K. By the way, guys, I see the codes getting claimed in the Matcherino. Thank y'all so much for doing that one. What is that? Oh, put down $2 more so I get that gold spot on the Matcherino. Oh, you're funny. Scary. What Scary will do is sometimes will outbid me by like literally a cent or something to try to beat me too. But here we go, guys. Great stuff. Madchu is looking strong this round.
Oh yeah, I think one thing that both these players have been doing so well is playing neutral. Madchu with all these cubes being able to like just capture and hold that space to such a high degree, and Kellen using these movements, using these buttons to be able to find themselves some space, trying to get back into this situation, kind of being stuck in that guard crush pressure. The FD can only last so long. We have such a little health pool on Chip, having to block high or low. All these cubes, you gotta be patient. You can't let the chip out kill you. Goes for the JS to try and drill down. Nothing's working here. Not being able to open Kellen up. The risk is slowly building up and blocks the 2D. This is exactly where you want to be. Being able to get the conversion off the JS. Goes for a reset. Goes back onto the rope. Has the ability to get the Rekka. Gonna be going for the Zan. Seiroga. Probably going to kill here.
Oh yeah, that I see Chip doing that on this patch. I'm dead. I'm assuming I'm dead. My hands are off the controller. I'm wiping them on my pants. We're going next. Good counter hit to start this round. Kellen right now catching you with the cross up low. Madchu trying to get that distance back with backdash, but Kellen just chasing you down, using this rope to do so. The burst pushing you back, still fighting through the cubes, being able to get right through that meatball. Shout out to Squid Pope. Good stuff right here from Madchu, trying to fight even in the corner, but Kellen not letting you here.
Ooh, 5H conversion here. Gonna be able to get the tumble, get the wall state. Zod Seiroga once again, not gonna kill though. Did a very high life total.
It was close,
why
bro.
You did
it was close, bro. That move kills now.
Oh wow.
I mean, you were right. It wasn't gonna kill there, but I mean, it still surprised you, didn't it?
It got close, yeah. I was like, oh, there's no way that kills. No, I mean, I would have kept my points on will it kill, but I wouldn't. All I'm saying.
Okay. Gotta give it to Kellen. Took a second to breathe after that first game and has been playing super well. I mean, was playing well the whole time, but of course, just putting the games on the board ever since. Got to give it to, first off, the rope pressure. Got to give it to the mix, you know, death by 1,000 cuts, but 1,000 cuts indeed. And also fighting through the cubes. I mean, look at this, bro. You've got to be brave about those cubes. That being said, Madchu going to try to mix up those zoning patterns and also weaving in that 2D to try to keep Kellen back. Can't hold up into that staff. Spends the burst to stay alive.
Gonna be RC here, try to keep the situation in our favor for Madchu. The Rekka is gonna come out. It's a hard thing to deal with. PRC from the overhead gives us a mix. Nice little spacing trap there, but we get the cubes into the teleport. Such a little health on Kellen. Are we gonna be able to kill? No, the combo ends up dropping before we have enough. Can we rely on chip damage? Ooh, chip doing damage.
But yeah, I'm about to say we're gonna rely on Chip's damage out here. Kellen putting you in the corner. Madchu doing a good job of getting out of it, but that pressure is still up, trying to fight back on this chip. Only one more hit to take it. I think we're trying to see the 5P, the 6P right there with that low recovery, high recovery rather. Kellen's going to take advantage of that one. Catches with the overhead, and then a fast PRC on a pixel. Kellen takes the round and puts themselves on set point.
Oh yeah, especially whenever we were down so far there at one point in time. Had to use the super to be able to pass through the cubes, but this is exactly what we wanted from Madchu. Able to get these useless spells out of our hand, especially when this isn't what we want. Gravity Staff, we've seen this work so many times with them in the past. Gets the burst bait. That's not what you want to do there if you're Kellen. The cubes mounting up, doing all the damage. 7 bajillion hit counter. Didn't expect Exodia to be at your side tonight, did we?
Here we go. Catching with that stagger pressure, going to catch you with the throw after on that 5K. You got to respect that chip 5K, man. Right now, catching you on the landing with it and going into super. What a great hit confirm there from Kellen. Guys, that prize pool is climbing. Holy moly. I'll check y'all guys in just a second. Madchu going to be able to try to keep you back. Going to spend that burst. Has some cubes applied. Those were some high ones. Kellen, even with the triple jump, could not get over that one. Chip still having to stay grounded, but with this rope, is able to get some pressure up. Oh! Catching you with the Alpha Blade PRC. Probably thought that Madchu probably thought the crossover was coming, but Kellen, with that crafty mix, takes you on the same side. As we're going into this game, it's going to be McSmitty versus HauntedChild.
Tweet us, says the zoner as they go to full screen.
Here we go, man.
Able to get some instant pressure here. Things are looking great here for McSmitty, exactly where we want to be. Using that 6K tumble to get a nice little confirm out. Tornado to control that space. We do have that chemical love to be able to try and pierce through, but McSmitty down with the routing, down with the hits, understands exactly what the zoning pattern needs to look like versus a character like Eno.
Nice stuff. Oh, trying to catch you with that Rensen right there. Child getting away with murder. Being able to live a bit longer here. Getting zone here in this corner, trying to hold that up. I like that BRC 5K mix that we got coming on. Good blocks here from HauntedChild, trying to get in with that stroke after getting that pressure started, but McSmitty already ready with the anti-air.
Yeah, doing a great job at calling out that rehover with a 6P. A little bit hard of a call to make, but McSmitty so confident here, not really giving HauntedChild a chance to really move or do much anything in neutral. We did see a nice little dive come out from HauntedChild, which did allow for them to start that pressure up, but McSmitty has just been doing such a great job at locking down the neutral, you know, as we've seen them do before.
I mean, yeah, McSmitty got to be one of the best Axels I've seen around, man. Also very often joining this Jeekly, very regular, getting up to that top 21st spot, top 8 as well. Strong stuff from McSmitty. HauntedChild is definitely going to have a mountain to climb here. I mean, let's just an elephant in the room, right? Against zoners. It's not the easiest matchup out there, especially when you got someone like McSmitty who's able to confirm off of this in-air so well, but good burst to get out.
It could, like you were saying, it definitely can be hard for but whenever you're able to get in, whenever you're able to use that kind of unconventional dash block, whenever you're able to use those strokes to your advantage to get in, things can be so hard to deal with, like what HauntedChild's showing us now. MLA coming out, gets the chemical love, gonna be able to do these loops, gets the 6H and the wall break. Hard, maybe not a hard knockdown, but great damage. We're gonna be able to use it again. Gets the whiff punish on that JH with a 5P, and HauntedChild showing a little bit of life, showing that they might be coming back from the dead because they're haunted.
Good one. Bars. Gotta say, man, good stuff when we're getting in there, but McSmitty using that wild assault into our Axel Bomber to push you through. Last wild assault you'll see of this 1.0 patch, y'all. Well, you'll probably see some right later in the bracket. You know what I meant. If you know, you know. HauntedChild doing some great stuff. I was going to say, of course, you get zoned out hard on right? But when we get in, HauntedChild's been putting in the work.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Showing exactly what this character can do. Gets a big pickup from the 6H there. Goes for a rehover into a throw, but things don't work out. What a smart gold burst coming out from HauntedChild. McSmitty having the meter to be able to RC right as that dive was going to hit us. McSmitty showing such strong awareness in these situations, and now we're exactly where we want to be. Back in neutral, HauntedChild, no resources to speak of, not exactly where you want to be at. Goes for the rehover, the JS gets FD'd out, not really able to go for many mix options. What a strong conversion with the Axel Bomber.
Man, McSmitty showing me new combos every round on this character. It feels like HauntedChild trying to get that distance back. Does have the RC, definitely. Oh, nice stuff using that sultry to get in. That's definitely been a strong option for HauntedChild, and has the combos after to boot. McSmitty is building up this burst meter, going to opt for that YRC first. HauntedChild getting a little low here, low in that tension as well, trying to get back in with that sultry. One more hit to take it. Even 2H will do it, but it's going to be the Rensen catching backdash. McSmitty up 2-0.
In this matchup, it's so important to be able to disrupt these zoning situations that Axel and McSmitty are able to throw out with Rensen, with tornadoes, with these big normals. And one of the biggest ways you normally seen that done through a lot of characters is taking advantage of the fact that Guilty Gear is a weapons fighter, and you got a lot of disjoints. You got a lot of big normals that allow you to hit through that tornado. Think Abba 5H, Slayer 2H, the characters that I play and know about, and also Sin Beak Driver. But you got to be a little bit different. You got to try and find your way in with these dashes. You don't really have a realistic way to get through these, and I think HauntedChild is definitely trying their best right now.
Nice stuff here. Command grab follow up looking good. Also getting that charged whistling wind on you. I like how McSmitty varies those tornado setups to try to catch HauntedChild guessing. Right now converting off of this Rensen pickup. The low gets blocked, but not the 5D.
Such a great conversion here from McSmitty. This is exactly where you want to be. HauntedChild has the burst, but really not looking to use it right now. No real point. Just slowly dashing, using these normals. Gets the JS overhead. Gonna be able to get a nice little corner. Probably gonna build the meter. No, not exactly what we wanted. We gotta use the tap dust. HauntedChild on one slight little bit of life left, but the PRC forward 2K gonna be able to do a little bit of changing to that HauntedChild. Not exactly where you want to be. McSmitty on set point.
Nice stuff. I gotta say, HauntedChild using that chemical love has been very strong in this matchup, especially off of our combo conversions, and also trying to make those approaches, trying to catch McSmitty not blocking. I mean, it is a full stream projectile, right? It's a very quick one as well. McSmitty Keeping it simple here with those two H's, frame trapping with Rensen. HauntedChild trying to hold up. Didn't convert off of that overhead right there with 50-meter. It's going to be that red RC drift down. McSmitty closing this one out. Moving on. 3-0.
You know, sometimes that's just what you got to do.
Oh my God. My man's been grinding. We're grinding here in this tournament as well. It's the Jeekly 90. It's Jack coming up against Roiyariti. It's your ARC World Tour champion playing against one of the best Fausts I know. Roiyariti coming out here, catching with that 6H, eating that trumpet. Jack gonna push you back with that burst too close to the corner for their likeness. Wanted to go ahead and get that burst to push you back, but Roiyariti with a good throw punish.
Nice little back throw punish, understanding the RPS of the situation there. Tries to go for a mix PRC. We love to see it there, but the hit stop from the banana is going to make it really hard. Nice little throw there on that roll. Bomb going to be coming out. YoKai going to be able to send it for us, but we're able to get out. Jack able to show what this character can do, what he can do. Lock you down in the corner. Runs out of concentration though, but whenever you're a player like Jack, you don't need no resources. What are those? Gonna be able to 5K dash cancel. Goes in for the Deus Ex Machina.
Roy still live here and honestly pretty good on those resources. Going to be able to build some up here. Had to respect that FD right there, or use FD to show respect. And then because of that, didn't have the PRC for Scarecrow. Went for the overhead. Jack was ready, got the punish. He took our first round. Oh, that J2K hitbox is so vertical. Was able to trade Jack Weber coming out on top with this curse.
Gonna be able to get a nice little roll in here. Not able to get that OS situation there for that roll like we wanted to, but now our backs to the corner. Faust trying to maybe bait out that burst. Jack unsure exactly what Roiyariti? I don't know how to say their name, but I don't want to, whatever. Burst
Roy,
coming
just say
out.
Roy, just say Roy. Our resident Faust out here,
Roy?
man. Jack getting sent down right now. I mean, Jack getting our first game. Gotta say, man. HC out here looking clean. Jack looking good. You said 40,000 or 4,000?
40,000. Just 40,000 wins
K
in Celestial. That doesn't count all the matches they've played. That does not count losses. And that does not count ranked. 40,000 games.
So if you count losses, then it'll be like 40,500 games or something. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, probably. Something like that, yeah. I don't know. I just think it's a testament to how hard these players have to work to get this level of competition. And it's so insane to see them come out week in and week out and compete in the Jeekly, compete in TNS, compete in extras, and do what exactly he's doing right now. Great little conversion coming up here. Oh no, the curse ends up whipping, and we're not able to get that on side of Roy, but Roy not out of it yet. Hard knockdown, able to get a nice little meaty jump in with that JS2D mix coming in. Focus shot. We have 100 meter, all the burst in the world. Curse doesn't miss this time. Things are looking great for Jack.
Yeah, I think some great stuff out here for Jack, man. Able to execute this out flawlessly. Roy showing us some good stuff. Getting counter hit there. Unfortunate stuff, trying to be preemptive. Jack keeping it back. It's that 2S and then the roll after the convert, trying to get right around that hammer. Roy keeping it back with these blocks, but the stagger has been so strong from Jack, able to get out those frame traps, catching Roy, not blocking Roy with those times, trying to press back out to get that get out of that corner. Jack's not gonna let you, man.
Stagger lows, they can be so hard to deal with, especially when you have so much volatility in what this character can do. Jack just showing exactly what they do best, just kind of rolling, getting this mix going up. 2-0 on Roy with a perfect, but I know Roy. I know they've been kind of crazy with it for a while now. I don't count them out yet. I don't count them out. I ain't hear no bell. I ain't hear no bell.
I hear no bell. Here we go. Roy taking that step back, hopping on. Roy does have other characters too. I've seen Roy on the May. Shouts to Roy's stream, playing open lobbies with people, always getting games. One time I hopped in Roy's stream, like, yo, first to 10. and they played me, so awesome stuff, man. Here we go, going to game 3. Jack looking clean out here. This is your ARC World Tour champion. Jack out here consistently showing up for these weekly brackets. Nice stuff throwing you here in this corner. Roy getting caught with that J ass, but the burst bait as well, man. Jack is not taking it easy at all, bro. This is 100% on the throttle to get up through this bracket.
Got to get back on that horse right after taking a break to play Slay the Spire 2 for a little bit. Perfect. Coming out here, running that strike throw pressure instead of the stagger high-low situation that we've been showing the entire time, varying these mix-ups, showing the layers, showing what we know with our character. Roy doing a great job at blocking, but we tried to mash out, got counter hit. That's not what you want to see. Throwing it back to bracket X bracket, and I got the Deus Ex money.
The Deus Ex money. Shouts to Dank.
Yes, thank you.
Shouts to Dank. The Deus Ex money. Shouts to Dank. Here we go, Jack. Oh my God, with the BRC drift down. Trying to bait out that burst as well. Oh my God, Jack's moving on 3-0.
Getting into it here, we have two players coming up, Madison, or Magical Girl, I should say, on the Oscar. A really strong player, one of the best Oscars in North America right now versus Sept, a really strong Johnny player. Got to be strong to make it the top 24 qualifier on winner's side. Going to be able to use that misfiner to cut through the noise. Might have gotten nerfed, but we're not out of it yet. Showing a strong understanding of the matchup, getting rid of these cubes exactly like Jeek was talking about a little bit earlier.
I mean, yeah, and Johnny's definitely got to be a little bit more creative about it than maybe some of these other characters with like some very quick Gatlings back to 4, some quick special cancels as well. Of course, you got that K-Finer. Oh my God, 2D actually hitting out through that super. Magician Girl getting away with murder. I mean, you were close enough to get sent through the wall on the break. Sept wisely holding on to this burst. Magician Girl coming out on top.
I mean, maybe holding it for 2.0. It's a couple of days away. Maybe want to make sure we have burst in 2.0, but Magical Girl able to get things going on, able to get things into the corner, pushing with that overhead. Call it the rules, as I've heard a couple of times. We got one of the staffs up. What staff is it? I can't tell. We're breaking the wall. Great stuff here for Magician Girl. Gonna get some positive bonus, and Sept kind of stuck on his back foot now.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say that Magician Girl isn't in the best spot ever. I mean, but she's definitely making the best of it. Able to get all that mana back. And, you know, I didn't get to finish my thought, and she completely brought it back there. I gotta say, Sept, however, being able to find a good jump in angle, building up the tension just in time to get this hard knockdown. Magician Girl kind of restabilized a bit, getting that mana back and getting some of those cards, but then Sept jumping right over some of those projectiles and then putting you through regardless. Magician Girl spending that burst to stay alive here, catching you with the close slash. It's going to be Sept, rather Magician Girl getting this first game.
That definitely made it close there. If you're a Magician Girl, things were kind of bumping. You were kind of scared there for a second, but Sept, you know, but Magician Girl able to do some great counterplay, great burst, gets that wake up close slash, has the awareness to get that RC on the table, and goes up one game.
Here we go. I gotta say, I don't know what it is about like Asuka getting announced for the rework, but I've been seeing the Asuka players coming out of the woodwork as of late. You mentioned it earlier, Magician Girl being one of them. Here we go. Keeping you back with that 2. Oh my God, very active specials right there. Sept was able to get over them, having to spend that burst on that 2P mash. Got this wizard here in the corner, but good press out.
I mean, we got the full cubes on deck right now. Big counter hit. Maybe tried to go for one of those really strong air normals. Tap dust on your wake up. Such a hard thing to deal with. I don't know, that might have been a meaty tap dust there. We're stuck against the wall. The rule's gonna push you through. Better read them. Sept on the back foot here, able to get some sword, some turn it up PRC. Things are looking great here, but maybe not. Magician Girl able to secure that round. Spell management, mana management, using that tension appropriately.
Ooh. Sept trying to do some finer cancel shenanigans here to mess up or mix up that jump in timing. Magician Girl, once we got this Johnny on the ground, however, these cubes are coming out crazy, trying to bait out that burst. Sept not falling for it. Oh my God, Magician Girl still trying to bait it. Look at this. So much down back.
I mean, you can never be too safe in these situations. We've seen Sept as a player that really likes to hold it little bit by little bit. Not going to be able to get a chance to use it here. The super going to lock you out. We're storing that one for 2.0.
Nice one. Here we go.
And rock again.
Nice one.
I mean, what else can we say? Sets are going well. Magician Girl's firing on all cylinders.
Here we go, strong start here from Magician Girl using that 6P to push back sept with a burst right there, trying to keep back, trying to go for that quick finder to fight back through those cubes. Magician Girl catching you with that low and the wall bounce conversion as well.
Big low coming out here. Magician Girl going to be able to push through the wall. This is exactly where we want to be. Looping these spells, looping this positive bonus. We have that reduced mana usage right now. This is exactly where you want to be. Such a strong place, but we're running out of spells. We're running out of the ability. Got to use that 50 tension. Goes for the TK Screamer, but things don't work out. sept has the routing on deck, and Cinda to stick it to the wall. Chat, what's his name?
Nice stuff right here. sept sending it through, and that mana shield being broken as well. Magician Girl is going to have to be crafty with her normals out here. Not even any tension to fight back with RC. Try to go for a frame trap right there. sept gets a counter hit and takes out this Magician Girl. Holds on to that burst wisely so. Like I said, uphill battle with that mana shield and the tension being where it was. But Magician Girl already getting 2 here on the board. sept looking strong getting this round.
Where you want to be. sept able to make some things happen here. FDing it out, trying to buy himself some time. Low coming out here though. Projectile, double screamer. We have one of the staffs inside of our arsenal. Are we going to be able to use it? A big far slash tap dust of doom and despair. Going to be able to get you 50 tension on our side. Big super that you can't draw from the cards. Going to be able to send it to the wall and give Madison, Magician Girl, such a strong position here.
And the 5D is going to close it out here. Magician Girl weaving in those overheads. You got to look out for the rules, but you also got to look out for that 5D. I like that air cube right there. sept trying to pull up with that step dash. We're not going to be able to do that today. Oh, actually casted a spell there, I believe. sept able to use the flex shield. K-Finder to fight through, but the super here.
You can't dash block as Johnny with that nerf that happened to the forward dash. You can be so hard to move in neutral, but whenever we have these misfinders, it's not the worst thing in the world. Gonna be able to break that mana shield. The clash on the throws are gonna be such a great thing from here. Turn it up, pop, ends up missing. Goes for the Insinga, meets you in the air, gets the low, but not able to convert. The FDs are so strong here from Magician Girl. The deflect shield gonna be able to put us back. Far slash 5-8 gets the deal. Super gonna be able to break the wall, and sept clawing back, showing a little bit of life, making this set 2-1.
Dude, awesome stuff there from sept. I gotta say that the flex shield was so well placed. Hopefully we caught it here in the replay. Yeah, Magician Girl tried to keep that pressure up with Wild Assault after the 6H, but the deflect shield pushing you back so far. Magician Girl was stuck there in the corner. sept was ready with that K-Finder punish again, using that deflect shield very wisely, I gotta say. So we'll see how that persists. Of course, the deflect shield, I think, is still going to be in the game in 2.0. They only confirmed that Wild Assault was being taken out and replaced with Counter Blitz. So we'll see out here how our players adapt in the future. Right now, Magician Girl spending that burst to keep you back. sept getting caught by these projectiles.
Gonna be able to get that card stored once again. Things are looking great here for Magician Girl. Gonna be able to get the Black Beat combo, but it doesn't end up mattering. Gonna send to the wall. sept though, 50 tension, a good bit of burst on his side. Things can become advantageous for us. Be able to jump into the air. FDs doesn't fall down, but gets the far slash. That's exactly the kind of thing you want to see. Has the Insinga, as the Ender, gets the PRC. What a strong situation to be in. Spinning the burst was sept a little bit different from what we've seen before, but has the big hit, has the Insinga. What's his name? It hits so high with the wall break damage. We might be in a great spot here for sept.
For sure, man. Being able to finish off this round. Looking at these cards over here from Magician Girl, we're going to see what we got. The preemptive 6P getting called out by that step. sept getting bursted back here in that 2D, making the connection. Magician Girl using these lows to the best of her ability. sept keeping you back with that FD. Nice dash JK, air dash rather. Magician Girl blocking you out, trying to keep it back, and then push back here. sept going to have to hold these cards.
It used to be where you could make vault into deal a little plus if you were able to delay it enough, but with the changes that he got, you can only make it less minus at this point. Gonna be able to dash in with the back throw from Magician Girl. That's exactly what you want to see. We get to see the use of the deflect shield once again. sept showing what makes it such a great mechanic. 5K not gonna be able to hit. Magician Girl gets the tap dust. We've seen it do so much work this set. She's really showing the best parts of it. Close slash counter hit. This is exactly what you want to see if you're sept. Gonna be able to get another hard knockdown here. Turn it up, card pop. Gonna get counter hit. 2 big counter hits in a row. We're going to game 5.
Oh my god, sept with some amazing pressure there at the end, I gotta say. Hopefully the replay caught most of it. Finishing off that game. Hey, maybe remaking the room did help, I gotta say. Sept out here looking strong. Despite that deflect shield and despite that dash nerf, was still able to pull up, get that counter hit close slash, and then cash out that meter to close out that round. Very close one. Magician Girl looking good on this wizard. Sept making some adaptations here, using that deflect shield. It's been pretty strong. Magician Girl showing you right back that we also got it, but sept was ready for it, man, with those dashes.
Oh yeah, 100%. Sept really doing a great job at adapting to the current situation at hand, using these deflect shield and also these buttons. We didn't really see him use these buttons in the first 2 games of the set, this close slash, that far slash, using them to get through these cubes and try to make these hands a better situation for himself. Or a better worse situation for Magician Girl, I should say. We're going back and forth here. 2S gonna come out from sept on the round start, but it is exactly what we want to do. You see the color change on the side of Magician Girl, shades of Gobu over there. We get the speed staff. This is exactly the situation we want to be in, and exactly the thing that the Arxis devs are going to be reworking. Overhead gonna come out. Sept maybe feeling the pressure, maybe not wanting to let Magician Girl run away with it. Uses that burst, high health pool, so it's okay. We're gonna be all right. Goes for the overhead. You gotta stay patient. You gotta block it out. 2K 2D. The rule's gonna send you through the wall, but we're not dead yet. We're not hard knocked down yet. Gonna be able to get that vault over the head of Magician Girl. We're playing neutral, back and forth. Doesn't want to let anybody get a chance. 2D gonna come out. Nice deflect shield. We see it once again. It's such a strong use of it from sept, but the tap dust gonna put Magician Girl on set point.
I mean, you know, as much as that deflect YoKai finder has been strong, Magician Girl, just the simple tap dust has found the perfect timings to get those overheads in. Of course, sept is blocked in the rules, but those 5Ds have been violent from Magician Girl. Double throw here. That's the mental stack getting high, and with that one, the mana shield actually getting popped. Good back throw though from Magician Girl, fighting back, going for a jump. Normal sept with another back throw.
Oh, but the mana shield comes back right as we're able to get the back throw into the wall stick. Positive bonus on the side of sept, but the JP for the PRC gonna be able to catch that jump back. YRC gonna come out. We're in a great situation here. Goes for the back dash. Sept has the meter on our side, but we haven't blocked a single tap dust since set. Magician Girl is doing such a great job at weaving them into the pressure. 2 screamers on our side. Not exactly what we want to see. Not able to get the misfinder out in time and gets it through the wall. The burst being saved for 2.0. Magician Girl saves herself from a scare.
It's going to be Speedy Guy up against PleaseWipeMe.
I mean, this has got to be some sort of complicated matchup. Jacko wanting to kind of stay at a range, try to get these bots out, then rush in behind them with all this chip and stagger pressure, but Millia wants to try and get in, wants to be able to abuse these situations to be able to enforce that game plan, enforce that H-disc Oki knockdown situation. Back throw of the gods, gets a cross up, tried to go for that burst bait there, but it didn't end up working. We got the burst on our side for SpeedyGuyXD. Very funny setup. PleaseWipeMe understanding that's fake, able to jump out of the situation, gets the tap, does Dia dos los Muertos skull, gonna be able to send PleaseWipeMe up around.
I mean, this Jacko color is actually awesome, and I think y'all, if you've been keeping track, I think they even mentioned that Jacko will have an option to keep her mask off on the character select screen, if I caught that right. So let me know if I got it wrong, but if so, that's pretty cool. Right now, PleaseWipeMe saying, I don't care if you got the mask on or not, I'm sending you through with Winger.
Gonna be able to push through the wall, gonna try and get something going on. TK Bad Moon, it's such a hard situation to be able to deal with. Instant overhead from a character with nothing but instant overheads. 2K whiff to auto time the close slash. Perfect on the side of Speedy Guy.
Oh, trying to keep you back with that 5K right there. I mean, with the trying to keep you back. Speedy Guy right here, holding these bots out. Good pressure here from WipeMe. Oh, but the JH actually getting caught by that defend command. WipeMe using it as a sort of anti-air. You got to keep that Millia down with your anti-airs if you can. But it's going to be that stagger close slash here. Red RC to keep the combo going, taking it to the corner. One more setup here to possibly sending it through. But Speedy Guy spending the BRC for a backdash. Great stuff.
Gonna be able to get with that IDJH over. You gotta be able to try and interact with that situation, but it's so hard to do. BRC forward into the 2D kick. Gonna make ourselves a little less minus in this situation. 2K 2D left-right situation. Might get the burst back. That's exactly where you wanted to get it. Was probably spamming that burst command, but the close slash anti-air gonna send Speedy Guy up a game. One game or 2 games closer to 1 game closer to a top 8 berth.
There you go. We got there. We're warming up, y'all. We took a little bit of a hiatus. I gotta say, I'm actually doing a little bit better on commentary than I thought I was gonna do. I tried to warm up as much as I could before I came on, but I gotta say, with a month break, bro, y'all gotta be patient with me.
Oh, no, I just got asked by Jeek to call, but I said hell yeah, sure, because I wanted to talk with my friends. Yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, man. No, I love that in the all Nukio. And I love watching this game as well, bro. We were able to actually go through that 5H with the Mirage. Great stuff. Catch you trying to catch you with that JH, but Whitney with a really good 2S. That anti-air is niche, but well placed.
Exactly. Tried to go for a 5H conversion there, but it didn't exactly work out for us. The H-disc setup, going to be able to get a nice block. Strike throw pressure. Going to be able to get another 2K 2D H-disc. Please wipe me. Not really wanting to deal with that situation. H-disc once again. We're getting the win condition simulator 2021. And now going to be able to break the wall. SpeedyGuyXD doing a great job at just snowballing these pressure and situations over and over again.
The Speedy Guy out here, gotta say, Speedy Guy definitely crushing their seed, making it out of that pool 3 up here, and now trying to qualify here in top 8. Mind this is winner side top 24, so definitely some strong stuff happening, including right now Whitemy sending through this Elysian driver. It's going to be a lot, not enough to kill even Millia, but damn near close. You do got 50 tension to fight with here.
Exactly, hard knockdown situation. Oh, we're just getting clipped in the head with a little minion, or little guy on that backdash. Things finally looking back up for Please Wipe Me, but now gonna be able to try and enforce that zoning, and we have so many movement tools. Speedy Guy gonna be able to show you what they're worth for, why they're such good movement tools. A little bit of a ladder combo, gonna get that blue wild assault into the hard knockdown. Exactly what you want to see. Tries to bait out that burst, but we didn't get it in time. Gonna use that winger, gonna break the wall. Things are looking so great for Speedy Guy right now. Kind of just running away with this matchup. Blue wild assault soon to be removed. Gonna be able to get a big hit here. Please wipe me. Using that burst though. Gonna be able to get back into the corner. No meter to work with. Goes for the overhead reset. We have to use this minion. Things aren't looking so good for us. 2D tap or counter hit conversion. This is what you want to see, but what a backdoor from Speedy Guy, putting themselves on game point here.
Yeah, even with that little bit of HP, Please Wipe Me had some crazy pressure going in here in the corner. It started off with like an anti-air 5H. Going for these jump cancels here. Speedy Guy getting counter hit with that 2D. White Me going for one more setup. Maybe not what they expected, but gotta say Speedy Guy was ready with the back throw to capitalize. So we're moving on to this game 3. This Millia's been looking strong, but so is this Jacko. Just gotta put those pieces together here.
Exactly. Things are going great for Speedy Guy here, but that doesn't mean they can't become great for Please Wipe Me. Again, this is winner's side top 8 qualifier. Both these players making it out of their pool with flying colors. So we got the best of the best showcase here right now. Gonna be able to go up for that Elysium driver. Gonna break the wall. Might be heavily scaled, but we care more about the situation after than the damage that it does. And even on Millia, a little bit there. 2K 2D goes for the kicks. We're just kicking that soccer ball. We're just going insane with it. Please wipe me. Gonna be able to get this round here.
Ooh.
Oh, I lied.
Never mind. Did it with one more RC for just for good measure, I suppose. Wipe Me saying, hey, look, I may be down 2 games, but I can make these rounds explosive when I want. The Artemis counter hit starting off a cool combo. Wipe Me with a well-timed burst, actually putting Millia here in the corner. Soccer ball is keeping it down, but the hair card to fight through, that was a great option.
2D, H-Disc gonna be able to get us to pass through. Another ladder combo, trying to get into this situation. Gonna be able to go for that Kara Super. That's exactly what we want, to push to the corner to get things right. Capel gonna be able to get us a nice little hit here, but we're not dead. We got so much life to choose through for Please Wipe Me, but no hard knockdown to make things hard. Strike throw coming out from Please Wipe Me, but the 6P gonna put Speedy Guy on set point. 1 game, 1 round away from making top 8 winner side.
Nice stuff with that Capel, jumping right over all those bots. Oh my god, that close slash is so vertical. YoKai with a well-timed burst again. Oh my gosh, able to keep you back with that off the backboard bot throw. The throw getting punished here. That 2D counter hit coming from Speedy Guy. It's going to be that Bad Moon mix. Sending it through here. One more hit to close out this round. YoKai does have resources to fight with.
We got to go for that BRC situation. 2D trying to catch up. You got to try and lock down this area. YRC going to come out, going to destroy all the bots. Gets the cross up 2K and SpeedyGuyXD absolutely.
All right, y'all. It's going to be Lurry up against Kurase here in this top 24 to see who's going to make it to this top 8. I mean, this top 8 matters more than most, I gotta say. Look at that prize pool. Big shouts to Scary, big shouts to Sound, Arashi, and everybody claiming those codes for getting as fat as it is. Good stuff with that overhead from Kurase. Lurry saying, hey, this is a real brack. I need to burst it back, but oh my god, pulling up with that K-Finder card pop. Kurase forcing our turn.
Yeah, going to be able to push through the wall here. Has the positive bonus. Things are looking great. We're able to cycle this tension situation. Turn it up. Going to get that card pop, get that guard crush, but what a jump from Lurry, understanding the situation at play, understanding the spacing for these cards as needed. Hammer throw, gonna be able to get, what a strong back throw from the air, gonna block that 1 ton weight, 100 tension for MjKurase, but Lurry gonna be able to do such a great job at keeping them out, not letting them get anything started. Gonna be able to go for that OTG, trying to get a little bit more damage in. Gonna go for the scalpel stab whenever MjKurase tried to hit that bomb right back.
Man, Faust players love fighting you when you try to go for the ping pong. Real quick, shout outs to Backpack and the Backpack Brawl for that fat raid, homie. Thank you so much, y'all. I went ahead and shouted them out in the chat. Please drop some love, show some respect over there to Backpack and Backpack Brawl. Thank you so much for that raid, homie. I appreciate you. And here we go, guys. You're here just in time. We're trying to qualify for this top 8 out here. It's going to be that J2K to jump over and low crush that 2K from Kurase. Still able to fight through that love right now, but the mix on block. Good punish.
Gonna be able to get that nice little hit here. Gonna get that deal super to break the wall. MjKurase, I know, kind of making a crazy run through there, but I know I just haven't seen that name in such a long time. Crazy to see, or it's great to see that they still have that. They have that dog in them. Have that dog in them. But Lurry putting out these items, showing the afro, the 100 ton weight, the donut in them. They're gonna be able to try and get that hard knockdown. The afro explosion is gonna make things a little hard for us, though.
Going for that super right there. Lurry going to be able to deal some damage. I didn't catch if it was enough to kill. Kurase probably still has some, yeah, oh, okay, yeah, okay, wasn't even close, excuse me. But we got 50 tension here in the fight with, and Lurry was actually respecting it hella right there, trying to bait out that reversal, was able to stagger you out, use that 2H confirm with Scarecrow PRC to close out that round. Lurry with some heads up play there at the end, didn't force our turn, didn't rush it, and then came out on top.
Okay, that's exactly what you got to do whenever you're playing versus a character like Johnny. You have to play patient. You have to play knowledgeable of the spacings and situations in which you're in. That minus 15 can be so hard to deal with if you're not directly in the right position. And Lurry able to do such a great job with these Scarecrow PRCs and with this float and with these jumps to really avoid not only these card pops, but also just put them in better situations to capitalize on these minus hits or minus on block hits.
Oh, yep. There's those command grabs coming out. Was able to get our trumpet as well. Kurase having to deal with this Mario Party shenanigans. The guard crush keeping us in the corner. Good block on that 5D, but the blocks are so good. Lurry said, hell, throw you again.
Gonna be able to go for another situation here. MjKurase trying to be a little bit preemptive with that 6P, but it doesn't work out. Lurry able to get that wall break, able to do such a great thing with that BRC drift forward. Gonna get a perfect Lurry, kind of on fire right now.
Oh, converting off that Nsenga, good stuff. Putting Lurry here in the corner, betting it on throw, and Lurry was able to fight out. Unfortunately, wasn't in range for that snip, and Kurase is going to capitalize, get the super hard knockdown.
What you want to see here, going to push into the mid screen with that hard knockdown. We saw Sept do a good bit of this a little bit earlier and show us the power that Johnny has in these high-low situations, but Lurry understanding how to get out of it, trying to be able to get a nice little big counter hit. MjKurase kind of has used burst there, Gonna be able to get that turn up. Guard Crush pop in the corner. TK Misfinder gonna be able to send you through the wall with a 5K and Senga and takes the round.
Good combos there from Kurase. Evening things up here. Good round start as well. I like that counter hit conversion. Catching Lurry low. He's probably looking out for that TK overhead. Now you have to respect this bomb. It's going to be too close to you, I think. Oh my god, Lurry converting off of it. Going to be able to send you through. What a bombo.
Oh, we love it here. Lurry showing us some cerebral prey here with such an insane conversion. Gonna be able to really catapult this into a great situation. 100-ton weight stored. Might try to use it here eventually. The backdash on the snip. MjKurase not letting that strike throw pressure get to them. Gonna be able to get that card pop, far slashing, trying to use these big buttons in Senga. Gonna be able to hit here. 2K2D goes to the TK Misfinder off of that insane combo. Lurry gonna be able to get put through the wall here, but I don't know if it'll kill.
Not enough to kill even Faust out here, and you got 50 tension. You got to respect it here from Lurry. Gonna spend it on the YRC, but Kurase felt that one coming, was able to bait it out, and then get ourselves a game here. Strong stuff. Definitely looking like some Faust moments there, but this Kurase on the Johnny, definitely making some capitalizations, coming out, getting this game.
Oh yeah, 100%. Great things from both of these players so far. And, you know, it's sets like this that really bring you the spirit of what this game looks like. You know, Lurry being able to get some crazy confirms and combos off these items, showing you the power that Faust can have with the right luck. And MjKurase just showing the absolute ability to lock down a situation that a character like Johnny has. The stagger pressure coming out from Lurry, going to be able to go for a jump in J2K, and MjKurase going to try and burst out of this situation. Lurry sticks like glue, and now going to be able to get a nice little wall bait. Crawl going to go underneath that far slash. Such an important defensive tool in Faust kit. Going to be able to get that jump in. Goes for the fuzzy jump on the TK Misfinder. And now MjKurase doing such a great job showing that while Super PRC got nerfed for 50 tension, you can still do it on 100.
That very high up love, getting anti-air finer. You rarely see that P finer from these Johnnies, but Kurase knows when to use it. Perfect time to do so. 100 meter on the side of this Jonathan, man. Going to be pulling up with that trumpet red RC to keep that mix up. It's going to be that overhead converting off of the trumpet parade as well. Yo, both of these players can convert off of items.
Hey, you got to be able to do it inside of this game. You know, one of the best things about this game and all the characters that use a resource is that you have to interact with it the same way that they do. Think Ram Swords. Think being able to do things like play patiently versus Jealous Rage Abba to kind of nerf her timer. With Lurry, you gotta be able, or with Faust, you gotta be willing to play around these items. Convert, dodge, trigger early, try to make sure that Faust can't get them because they're also useful against him. And MjKurase showing the best of this, showing that whenever you're able to be a little bit preemptive with these tools, you're able to use these items just as well as Lurry can.
Oh, a lot of patience there from Kurase, but Lurry was sniffing that one out. Still bursted, but just was patient with what time it came out. I mean, you had to burst at that point, bro. You can't afford to take any more damage. Lurry knows that, trying to get something started, but it's going to be that card toss PRC. Pushed back down by that mini Faust. Nice stuff here in the corner, trying to approach with that 2K, but Lurry going to be able to send you through here. Okay. Kurase still has the advantage, has that resource as well, but Lurry making this comeback.
Yeah, 100%. We've seen strong-willed players like this before be able to do a good bit. Not so much resources, but we're slowly building it over time. And dash up throw. Dash up throw of the gods. You know, sending us up 2-1. You know, one game away from qualifying to top 8. Dash up throw.
Nice stuff. I mean, not just any dash up throw, right? It was that BRC. We'll see it again. It's in the replay. I think it was a backdash BRC. Lurry. Oh, just a BRC, okay, just a BRC, but Lurry respecting that one, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen after that one, but that is the perk of Johnny with that step dash. I know that dash got nerfed. It's still quick as hell, man. Kurase able to pull up, get that throw in the mental stack, and we're going here to this game 4. Both players converting off of these items, playing this matchup the way it needs to be played. We got to see what happens.
I believe it's still as fast as it once was. It just doesn't
yeah,
cover
right,
as much space.
You're right. Yeah. You're right, Ukyo. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because like it's still really fast and showing like how strong it can be in closing the gap with the opponent. But Lurry showing that we can close the gap a little bit too. But what a back throw! Not able to let the Afro pop happen. Fars. Oh wow, what a conversion from the JS. Gonna be able to break through the wall here with that deal super. Hard knockdown. MjKurase has made the most of these situations. Lurry kind of on the back foot here.
I like that Scarecrow PRC throw though. Not to deal with this Afro. Oh my god! We were ready for that? Nice stuff. Got that Afro still on your head. That was a weird one. Wait, hold on. Was that a bug? Or did he still get guard crushed? I actually don't know what happened there. That was a weird one with the Love Afro at the end. I'll have to watch that one back. If it's Faust, I wouldn't be surprised. But don't worry, guys. 2.0 is coming. Good conversion with the J2K. Ah!
Oh no, the ender doesn't happen. MjKurase able to get some pressure started, but understanding the misfire cancel can be mashed on in that situation. Lurry showing a little good bit of life here, showing that they are 100% still in it, even after going down a game. Now we're gonna get a big counter hit into that pop from that turn it up. Gonna be able to get for the super jump, but MjKurase says get back in the corner. Deal super. Gonna be able to take us to the wall.
Sitting down with that air throw to start. Lurry blocking out these card tosses. Kurase with a tricky overhead. Didn't get the full conversion though, but mashed out of the on hit. That JD was very high. Kurase recognized that and was able to come out on top, evening up the rounds, putting ourselves on set point.
Now, this is exactly where you want to be if you're MjKurase. Tries to put out one of those buttons, and now we get pulled into that clean hit. Now we're going to just put out these meteors, these items, kind of getting lucky on the pulls, but the deflect shield, we've seen Sept use it well, we've seen MjKurase using it just as well. Card pop going to come out here, not able to convert though the items that are below our feet, make it so hard for us to interact in the situation. Vault deal, going to give us a little bit of a combo, going to try and bait that burst, but things aren't exactly looking the best. Goes for a nice little J2K as a combo starter and a little bit of a preemptive move, but not able to kill here. MjKurase on one bit of health. Trade happens. We're going to a game 5, G.
I love that routing from Lurry as well. It would look like we were trying to set up the most damage we could possibly do with that 4 after, right? Getting the J2K to let you land all the way through and then get the 4. It was cool stuff. Not enough to kill, but was able to clean it up there with, I think it was the 2D. Lurry looking strong out here. Kurase having some tricks on this Johnny, saying, hey, look, they may have taken Johnny out back a couple patches ago, but there's been a many of Johnny that have been staying dedicated to that character, making him work, showing, hey, look, yeah, maybe some of these changes made it a little bit harder for the normal, you know, the everyday's man to play Johnny, but Kurase built different out here.
I mean, MjKurase is built different, and while it did make it a lot harder for him to get these situations, MjKurase showing the strength that this this character still has in terms of mix, in terms of strike throw situation. You know, it didn't actually mess with how good the mix was, just made it harder to get, and that kind of feels like a change that's a little bit more unfun to play as the character. But now we're going to be able to show that MjKurase is having absolutely none of it. Goes for the TK misfire, but what a super from Lurry, using those invul frames to be able to go forward and get a big hit, but it doesn't end up killing even with the OTG.
Yeah, that OTG 2H is a lot of surprise damage at the end. At this point, you got to be careful about that chip as well, and it's going to be the thrust. I got to say, Lurry's been good at putting the thrust through the 2-step neutral. Kurase trying to get the card and then get the pop after. Lurry thrusting you through, putting himself on set point.
Exactly, you know, it's one of the things that makes Lurry such a strong player, just cerebral, neutral control, not only with these items, but with these Faust normals, these big normals, these big specials, makes it so hard to interact and even play in. Goes for the vault, doesn't exactly go for the deal, but gets the throw, tries to go for the air misfire cancel forward, air stall, but it doesn't end up working. We're chasing back. That mix is minus, no meter to back it up. Maybe wanted to go for the combo there. goes for the deal, reads the deflect shield, gonna be able to make something happen here, turn it up, TK, instant overhead, goes for the break and keeps the meter. Maybe wants to go for a BRC4, but things don't work out. 6K doesn't go exactly as we planned. Volt deal doesn't end up hitting, and we get a conversion off of it. MjKurase able to recognize that the hit would let them pick up, going to double Luigi.
Man, we saved the best match for last here in this pools, guys. Both these players want to get up to that top 8 and have a better chance at fighting for that $350 prize pool. And Lurry right now trying to get it started with that JD conversion, but unfortunately getting back thrown on that mistimed setup. Good block on that overhead, though. Kurase keeping the pressure up. Lurry trying to jump out. Oh!
Ooh. Tries to go for an air grab there, but what a hit! That's not what you want to see. Able to get the Scarecrow PRC on the side of Lurry. Things are going so great for Lurry right now. Able to just get this space control, able to play exactly where we want. Mini fouls, gonna do a lot of great things for us here. We gotta play around it if we're MjKurase. Not so easy to do, especially whenever you get that hit right over the big misfinder. Gonna be able to go into the deal super. Now we're chasing down, burst on the side of Lurry. Goes for a plus on block situation, gets a big counter hit, blue waddle, so Lurry scraping into top 8 by the skin of their teeth.
And you know him, you love him. It's gaysexlegend playing the Leo.
Oh yeah.
Going to be able to use this 6H to keep that pressure up. 236S as a frame trap, stealing that corner back. Good blocks on those back turn Ks, but they're too quick. They're too often. Gaysex going to be able to go through the wall here with this super. Speedy guy hurting.
Oh, but not dead though yet. We got the 2007 gamer tag from the Xbox 360 coming in here doing great things, showing us what that Millia can do. Saw them on stream previously versus PleaseWipeMe, and they made a name for themselves. Seeded 30 originally, but able to make top 8. gaysexlegend gonna be able to give them the work now though. HDit's gonna come out, able to bait that flash kick from the legend that happens to Gaysex.
Here we go. GSL showing you this loop right here. I love that setup, actually getting the meaty cross up after GSL spending all of that wild assault meter, but the back turn S is going to get reversal super through. Speedy guy's a mountain to climb here. Nice job baiting out that flash kick. Got the bar slash instead of the close slash that we probably wanted. GSL saying, hold on, one flash kick is all I need, but Speedy guy not going to let you have it. Is this going to kill? Of course it doesn't. It's the king.
No, it doesn't. The king. Going for the reversal and the Capel. Able to clip Speedy guy. Able to bait out every single reversal except for that one. And now gaysexlegend gonna be able to get that cross up. Goes for the back turn H. Gonna be able to get a nice little reverse happen. Gonna have that deflect shield. What a smart play from Speedy guy. Great strike throw situation there. Goes for the JS frame kill to make a meaty JH, and now just baiting another flash kick. Things are looking great for Speedy guy right now, but now you're in back turn pressure. Such a hard situation to get out of. The king gonna get those plus frames, and now goes up game 1.
Nice stuff right there. gaysexlegend always able to pull out those combos, man. What is that win quote? Okay, we are not reading that win quote. GSL making it so hard to be a team art creator, guys. I did not make his start GG, but he is a good player, and I love having him in my brackets, bro. And you gotta show some respect out here. The GSL, of course, Speedy guy making a run for themselves up here, getting into the top 8. Real quick, want to shout out YoKai. Thank you very much for that sub, homie. Appreciate you. Jeeking at 1.x style. Here we go. Yeah, guys, reminder, this is the last Jeekly tournament on the patch. A lot of our peers are hosting tournaments as well, so check them out. Speedy guy bursting you back right here. GSL looking good with that 6K pressure. Good throw on that 214H.
Showing the matchup knowledge, showing that Flame Pillar is able to be thrown, especially if you, it can be hard to punish now because of the changes that we got at the start of season 4, but gaysexlegend, Jodo, showing what we can do whenever we're able to get that cross up, doing a great job playing neutral, making it so hard for Speedy guy to escape out of the situation. A big JH, what a confirm though, into the 5H wall bounce loop, knows it won't kill, goes for the reset, gets the overhead. Jodo showing what top tier Leo looks like.
For real, man. He loves going for it. Oh my god, that actually crossed up. It was so it didn't connect, of course, but then you had the meaty back turn K afterwards. Stance canceling that back turn pressure to get the throw in. spending that burst. Oh my gosh, Speedy Guy just wants a chance to play the game. Jodo not going to let you have it. One more hit to take it, but Speedy Guy came back from a round like this before. Preemptive 6P to fight back here. GSL catching you with that S boom on the backdash. We're up 2-0 in this winner's top 8.
Oh yeah, 100%. gaysexlegend, definitely a player you got to be scared of. You know, I've been watching them coming up through these ranks, constantly going into these tournaments, doing well in TNS, and I remember them as some cracked OD Celestial player that you needed to be scared of whenever you got online to grind your games. But now, showing it up in top 8 of the Jeekly. Speedy Guy, definitely on the back foot, but not out of it yet.
Yeah, just to sing more praises for GSL. I've told the story before, but when I was actually learning Leo, GSL was one of the most active players, I gotta say, in the Discords for teaching me stuff and helping out and answering questions, sending me videos and stuff. So definitely wants to see people get better at the game, and I mean, he's definitely getting better too. Speedy Guy gonna spend that gold burst, pushing it back out here. Catching with that 2K 2D. However, this back turn pressure is strong, blocking it out, but nice cross up the catch.
Oh yeah, 100%, making things so hard to be able to deal with what side they're going on or not. But the winger going to be able to help us out here. Wake up 2D from the king, from the gay sex legend. Oh, I love this character. Putting us on set point.
Nice stuff, man. Catching with that far slash. And these guard points have been very strong frame traps, I gotta say. Good tech there from Speedy Guy, not getting caught by that one. Look at this H-Disc setup. It was like a Kara H-Disc to keep this GSL in the corner, but able to get with that 236S fast RC. It's gonna be the same side back turn K. Trying to shimmy out a bit, but the YRC connects.
We got our burst back for Speedy Guy. 2D, ooh, maybe not so great there. Can't really get a conversion off of that well. But now gonna be able to go into exactly what we want. JH pressure, 2K 2D, gonna be able to get the 2H, gonna push to the wall, gets the reset, has the orange wild assault, gonna break the wall. Jodo, gay sex legend, gonna be able to move on in our top 8.
Anyways, here we go. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, Jack. Your AWT champion out here gonna be coming up against Lurry. Lurry with a very close set to make up this top 8. Both these players, no strangers to fighting each other, especially in the Jeekly. Jack, however, looking good at this round starts, already setting through with Deus Ex.
At Deus Ex Machina, how many times have we seen this super before? Gonna be able to send you to the wall. We know that Happy Chaos is one of those characters that's gonna be getting reworked, but Jack showing that they're gonna have the capability to be successful on this character no matter what. No concentration in the tank. They're throwing out the banana peel and it doesn't end up working. Lurry slipping on it, messing up the Oki situation. BRC flinging ourselves to Narnia. Gonna be able to grab the horn and be able to win this round.
I do want to shout out real quick. Shout outs to Medi right here, modded in the chat, doing these predictions for everyone. So you can pick who you want to win, bet those channel points for honor and glory. Gotta say, who you think is going to come out on top this time? I don't know, man. Jack is your AWT champion, bro. That ain't nothing to scoff at. My man's going to be able to wear that on his shoulder forever, regardless of what patch we're on. Lurry, one of our strongest fouls, many times Jeekly top 8er. Like I said, Jack right now looking strong, sending you through. You do got some resources on the side of this foul. So you got the tension, you got the burst, trying to block out that super hard knockdown. The red RC mix comes out in the stagger throw as well.
And now you're gonna stay stuck in that stagger pressure in general. Lurry though, not having it. Gonna send you back into the bomb. The fuzzy jump gonna make it a little bit easier to recover from that situation. And now we got the afro. I don't think I've ever seen this afro on Happy Chaos. That's a first. I don't know why I've never seen that before, but the close slash, what a conversion from Lurry. Gonna be able to send into the corner, and now you kind of just have to hold down back. You have to block, or you have to whip punish with a bullet straight from your gun. Gonna be able to back up here, get curse going. This is exactly where you want to be if you're Jack. You might have the health total or the health deficit right now, but you've got concentration. You got all the bullets in the world. You got to confirm. You got a game on the board.
Very close round right there at the end, man. But that's the strength of that. Of a lot of these special moves, these polarizing special moves, especially that roll right there. Jack able to use it to take space, mix up Lurry here in a very close situation. Even with the danger bonus, not having that tension yet, was able to build it up with some of those steady aim shots, and that roll mix was all we needed to close out that game.
Sorry, I'm betting 2K on Lurry to see how much of an investment I would.
Yeah, there the predictions coming out. 95% of the votes on Jack, and like I said, man, AWT champion, nothing to scoff at. But if you guys needed to learn about Lurry, you're gonna see today, bro. I just took a clip earlier. I posted over on the Twitter of that awesome bombo we got. And right now, we're running this pressure right here, trying to get that approaching 5K. But Jack with that raw shot, keeping it back. Good counter hit on the 5H, and then the confirm into the thrust.
We're going to be able to get that wall break here. Such a great situation for Lurry. Positive bonus going to stack up, but Jack not phased, not willing to give up a single inch, just going straight for it. Gets the cross up, actually ends up messing up the input and getting us mix. But the super going to be able to take this round here for Lurry. Jack wanting to be a little bit more conservative with the resources and save that burst for next round.
Nice stuff, man. Lurry here getting around on the board. Like you said, Jack just going to hold on to that burst. Gonna see if we're gonna need it here. Nice stuff with that whip shot. Lurry trying to be active on that round start. Jack not letting you do it. Getting that full reload and curse applied. So definitely a good setup here. But it is a soft knockdown. Lurry having a chance to fight back with that bar slash. Trying to be preemptive again. But Jack ready with these shots.
Not only that, but just running up and throwing, using this mental stack of these bullets to approach to really make Lurry second guess the defensive choices they make. And now gonna be able to send you through the wall. Gotta be able to go for that J2K pressure. The 5P gonna be able to break the wall. We get the burst on the side of Lurry, but not fast enough. Jack running away from that round was perfect.
Now winning this match is important because it guarantees you, I think, at least 4th place, or is it at least 3rd place? And the top 4 of this bracket are going to make it into that money. $300 prize pool. Even on the loser side of the bracket, if you just get a good run and you lock in, bro, you can get paid today. So we're gonna see Jack gonna spend that burst trying to get away from that little homie, but oh, okay, good air dash to get over. Lurry with that curse applied, gets staggered out, but was ready with the burst.
Definitely not out of it yet. Just one more interaction for both these players. Jack, though, able to show how strong this mix can be. Goes for the J2K. Yeah, I would have gotten hit. Goes for the up, down. Happy Chaos, one, boing, boing. YRC ends up getting baited out. Jack doing such a great job at just stonewalling these defensive opportunities from Lurry, but Lurry not out of it yet. Just because there's 2 games on the board, don't mean bell done rung yet. We got this. Just keep on going. My 2K channel points are on the line, man. You got this. Come on.
Uki was a little invested in this one. Maybe not for the right reason. But no, for real though, for real. I mean, the rounds are getting closer, right? We were down to the actual wire right there. I mean, that's Jack with that hardened nerves, right? That we've got from playing on those big stages across the country over there in Korea. That let him, and even in those moments, you know, it may be close, but it's just another day in the office. Good thrust right there. Bursting it, does not want to take that follow-up hit.
Man, that kind of situation, you really don't want to be sent towards the wall there. Jack understanding that you really don't want to have to deal with this situation, and now we're kind of just squirming, trying to find an opportunity. Curse on you, bullets in the chamber, trying so hard, but the PRC gonna allow us to get into a great situation here. Ignite the Afro, IBFD coming out here, but you gotta sacrifice the combo to be able to not get hit by that. The 6P coming out, reloads the bullets, keeps the gun a little more holstered so we can reduce the usage on that concentration. But now we're just stuck in the corner. Anti-air Dust of Legends gonna take us to set point.
Nice stuff there from Jack, looking clean out here, trying to pull out that gun at the ready. It was ready, said draw, but Lurry had the 2H. Oh, actually getting caught there with the JD Afro. Maybe Jack trying to go for an option that we weren't ready. You know, of course that Afro extends your hurt box, so you got to be careful about your options on a wake up when you have it. Nice stuff here, Jack saying whatever. Put Lurry up against the wall. That being said, our Faust is fully stacked, full stick of butter, full blue burst. We'll see what we got.
Be able to push towards the wall here. Run up, gold burst, gets the back dash PRC to bait out the super. Even if you do PRC it, it doesn't matter. But Lurry able to get a nice little confirm here, builds the tension even after using 100 in that situation, and able to put another round on the board. Jack might be on set point, but Lurry's not out of it yet.
Big shout out to Idolo Class with that fat raid, homie. Thank you. You came just in time for this very close match right here. Jack, of course, our AWT champion, trying to make it through to that grand finals where he's used to being, but Lurry out here bringing it down to the wire every game. Right now it is the HC show, sending you through with that Deus Ex money. Shouts to Dank, but Lurry does have this tension and burst right here.
Run, use the body movement to push you into the corner, gets the burst bake, and Jack gonna be moving on with a perfect to your winners final. Right, coming in to your first round of losers. Been a really strong bracket so far. McSmitty and PleaseWipeMe, both these players, again, like Jeek was saying a little bit earlier, we have seen on stream already, but both of them being a cut above the rest and making it to top 8, even if it's through loser's side. McSmitty doing a great job at controlling the space, doing exactly what we saw them do before. PleaseWipeMe, strong presence here in the corner. YRC gonna wipe out all of these bots, but PleaseWipeMe able to get back in the situation, not so scared, has the meter on their side to be able to make something happen.
I mean, I gotta say, man, McSmitty, of course, playing that zoner, so he's doing what he's got to do, just zoning you back, keeping you over here. PleaseWipeMe being very patient with some of those bot calls, right? Because, of course, when you're holding the bot, you can't block, so that Rensen and that 2H can give you some trouble. You got to be creative. Oh, my God, good 5H hit confirm. Oh, yeah, you had the burst there if you wanted to stay on this side of the wall, because Whitney was about to break it.
Oh yeah, 100%, and I completely understand wanting to stay on this side of the wall. Positive bonus for a character like Jacko can be so incredibly scary and hard to deal with, but even whenever she doesn't have that positive bonus, Jacko is still a scary character regardless. All this strike throw, all this fuzzy high-low that we see characters or the players like PleaseWipeMe, Joe Brownie do can really show just how incredibly strong this character can be given the right circumstances, especially you're able to get big hits like that. PleaseWipeMe able to grind it out and put a round on the board for themselves.
Yeah, of course, Whitney has to go through that two-step neutral, but once the bot is on McSmitty's side of the screen, then McSmitty has to start worrying about that despite his far-range normals for the zoning. Good counter hit into the whistling wind. Oh, unfortunately, couldn't, it wasn't active enough to keep it going right there, but we're still keeping this Jacko in the corner. Doing creative things with the bot calls. That was a really good answer with that defend command and the 2D counter hit.
Not only that, being able to do a great job at just resetting this pressure situation. Not enough on the board for McSmitty to be able to burst out or get out of the situation. Look at that risk though, slowly building up. This damage is going to be big. Not that much scaling in this situation. Hard knockdown, plus the wall break, plus the meter you have already, plus the positive bonus giving you more. Things are going to be so incredibly strong. Gets the burst, and PleaseWipeMe goes up this first game.
Awesome stuff, man. White Me looking good out here with this Jacko. I love the win quote. It's "I love you." But here we go, man. McSmitty started off strong here on this round. Did some great zoning. White Me had to adjust to those 2Hs, to those Rensens. Like I said, you got to be creative when you call the bots, because if you're not blocking when you're calling the bots. I got to say, White Me was really doing that and involved building up some of that tension first, getting creative with some of those defend commands, and then once we were on you, it was hard to get you off.
Exactly, and these kind of situations get to be so hard to deal with, because in my mind, whenever I'm fighting Jacko, I think of these defense commands and stuff like that she's doing without these bots, not making her plus, but making her less minus. So it really helps in being able to mash out of these situations and challenge. But whenever these bots are on the screen, it can be so hard. McSmitty being a little bit more rush down focused, doing the best to get you back into that whistling wind. Has the Axle Bomber, going to be able to get a nice little combo here. The Rainwater into another Axle Bomber. Look at that red health kind of building up on PleaseWipeMe right now.
Clean stuff out here, holding that win. The mental stack is high for McSmitty. Oh, keeping that whip 5K safe, catching the backdash. Unfortunately, couldn't combo off of it, but catches you with the frame trap on that far slash. Whitening trying to press out of that minus tornado, but with the spacing trap McSmitty had established, was able to come out on top.
I mean, it was like we saw in the set that we saw with McSmitty on the stream before. I think that was against HauntedChild, and like it's kind of hard to poke through this whistling wind in a lot of these situations unless you have the burst out. But look at that Bombo kind of coming in here from that explode command. A little bit more of this this combo was promised to me a solid 3 seconds ago. Gonna be able to send us through the wall. McSmitty doing a great job here, controlling this damage, controlling this situation that PleaseWipeMe could be in.
Man, that bomber was sick. I'm still like jaw dropped at that one. But that being said, McSmitty trying to close out this round and does so with this anti-air. White Me trying to get creative there with that jump bot call, but maybe a little too creative. to where McSmitty was able to call it out right there. Of course, you saw that exact jump get defend commanded before, but not today. McSmitty was able to get it out and close out that round.
100%. You know, one thing that I think that's been going really well for both these players' sides is just how they're interacting with each other. Kind of, you can see the adaptations kind of unfold in real time. McSmitty doing a great job, though, kind of coming back into this. PleaseWipeMe, though, trying to get these bots on field, trying to get these commands, these clap commands to not only build up that risk, but build up that damage through that chip level from that 2K2D goes into the kick. Gonna be able to get a little guy out, gonna be able to get another little guy out. 2 marks the spot, one has to disappear because of the meter. Gonna be able to go in here, little guy gets the attack command. We're back again, but using the defense command. Now we're just stuck in such a bad situation. PleaseWipeMe was stuck onto McSmitty like glue.
I mean, you gotta be, man, at least with those bots, you know, that zoning getting neutralized once that bot gets on top of you, especially the way that WipeMe's been creative about getting them in. McSmitty, however, saying, sit back down in this corner, homie. Good stuff. Good pressure here with that snail. WipeMe trying to be creative with this bot call. Also a little patient with it, but McSmitty with a well-timed Ren-Send fights both through the bot and on this Jacko. It's going to be the one vision. Going to send you through the wall here. Maybe even enough? No, not enough, but damn close.
Got so close. Guts kind of saving us here. It's a big counter hit, and that's exactly what you're reading right now. If you're PleaseWipeMe, no, gets a backdash. Potentially maybe wanted to bait out a YRC or a burst. Going to be able to get these minions back into the face. The little guy is coming out. McSmitty feels the need to burst in the Rinsen. Going to be able to catch PleaseWipeMe in the worst opportune situation, but WipeMe in such a great position here. Has the burst on their side, gets a big 2K2D, gonna be able to get the left-right situation, has the combo, sends into the corner, and McSmitty, you're kind of locked down in here. Risk building up, the situation's not looking so good. You got to use your tension to get out, but can't. Goes in for the JS to break the wall, and now you're back in another situation. All the meter in the world for PleaseWipeMe. 2K2D goes in for the RC, gonna be able to use the meter, but no, gets the bait on the YRC and secures the game anyway. 1 game away from moving on into this losers side top 8.
Great play, man. I gotta say, McSmitty was going for maybe a shimmy setup here, that deep close slash, but probably did not expect both players to pick the backdash. You know, McSmitty trying to pick the backdash to possibly bait a whiff throw, but WipeMe trying to backdash the throw and then get the punish after. So it paid off for that Jacko, coming out ahead, sitting 2-1 here, but both players playing hot.
Oh yeah, 100%. And especially whenever you've been playing this long and this hard to get into this stage of this competitive of a tournament, you gotta still be a little bit hot, or at least having a good day. And now, PleaseWipeMe just getting ever so close. McSmitty just kind of being locked down. We're seeing the trade-offs of having this grade of neutral. Your defense kind of suffers. Your Abari options aren't that good. Got a 5-frame 2K, I believe, is a decent match option. But whenever PleaseWipeMe is in the zone, they're in the zone. But McSmitty, while I was given that defensive evaluation, absolutely turned the tables and was able to pile on that damage.
Hell yeah, bro. Great stuff there from McSmitty. I'm a little biased, I'll admit it. I'm an Axel fan when McSmitty's on the screen. Doing some good defense here, but that stagger, rather that frame trap bot from WipeMe was able to open you up and then get that break after. That's an insane amount of damage, I gotta say. But McSmitty was a simple 2K2D, keeping you back with these tornadoes as well. Trying to call out those bots, was able to block in time. Oh my god, probably did not expect that cross up overhead right there. WipeMe put over here into the corner. Oh, 6P.
What a smart 6P from PleaseWipeMe. Able to get the strike throw going on. Able to get some things happening. Got a little nice 2K coming out though. We feel the need to burst. Gets the stand block. Gets the kick. Gets a minion set up. And now you're stuck exactly where Jacko wants you. PleaseWipeMe able to put themselves on set point even after McSmitty gets the mash out.
PleaseWipeMe looking good here. Good jab there from McSmitty. And the far slash counter hit, wild assault conversion as well. Don't get used to seeing that one, guys. If this is your first Guilty Gear Strive tournament, next week is going to be a weird one for you. But here we go. McSmitty with a 100-meter full stick of butter, trying to keep this Jacko down.
Now you're stuck in such a defensive situation if you're McSmitty, but now we're running out of the little guy meter. They have to disappear. They got to go back to their home. And now McSmitty is one hit away from getting this back onto double Luigi's situation. Puts out the defense command, makes things hard. Going to be able to stuff it into McSmitty's face using that approach. We lose the defense super. But now the Rinsin pull-in going to be able to send McSmitty to put this on to game 5.
Yeah, I'm not a Jacko player, so I'm actually a little confused here because I thought McSmitty using the Rinsen on the bots, at least that close, would have made it where he got hit, you know? And I think that's what PleaseWipeMe was aiming for right here with this defend command, but getting caught on the landing with the Rinsen. So I'm not sure, but great stuff there. McSmitty coming out on top, bringing it down to this game 5, man, and for good reason. Both these players definitely deserve to make it through this bracket. If you're rooting for one or the other, you gotta let them know now here in this game 5.
Exactly here. Both these players so close from moving on to the next round of losers, trying to get ever so close to that match arena prize pot that all of you have so gracefully donated into. And now it's a big 2K2D. McSmitty feels the need to use the burst. These players probably a little bit panicked for the situation, feeling the pressure coming on from being in this high stakes of a situation. The rainwater going to be able to get us a nice hit here, and the 6K from that tumble is such a great ender. And now we're having to reset the situation. PleaseWipeMe on such low health. The Rinsen going to be able to put McSmitty on set point.
All right, this Axel looking good right here, trying to use that far slash to keep fighting back. Whitney trying to get that bot out, but the Rinsen coming out, respecting that crossover, gets hit by the throw, the backdash getting caught by that snail, and McSmitty is on fire right now.
One more hit away to send us to the next round. Burst gonna come out. I mean, one more hit actually on the side of McSmitty, being so patient, waiting out these defense commands. Gets a bomber in neutral. Probably didn't want that. Gonna be able to get in here. PleaseWipeMe sends out a bot, gets a nice back throw, 50 meter on the side of McSmitty, but it doesn't even matter. PRC to recover from the situation. Nice little BRC 2K, use the meter, gets the rainwater. Both these sides use all of their tension accordingly. The only person left with anything is McSmitty in the 2P. Gonna be able to send us farther into the bracket. What a set from both sides. All right, everybody coming in here to this next round of loser's side. We already saw PleaseWipeMe versus McSmitty here, but now we're moving on to MjKurase. Already seen him once on stream, did such a great job fighting up against Lurry, but just wasn't able to match it out. And then on the other side, we have Nan, returning player. Constantly see them all over the place. I know they've top 8'd a couple of Jeeklies before, and showing why that is going to be able to use that super to break us through the wall. Great things coming in here for Nan to start.
Oh, it looked like she actually had baited it, or maybe had committed already to the 2P. Kurose on this little bit of life, commits to that reversal and does get a chance to play, trying to catch Nan with a throw here with these mini close. That's what you're seeing on those steps. Going to spend some of that stamina to stay over here, keep this pressure going. No tension to keep it forced, but it's going to be the throw and that mental stack. I like the jail with the rising JP from Super Soldier, keeping you down.
Oh yeah, 100%. Nan, such a strong player for a multitude of reasons, and now it's a big hit. Going to be able to take us to the wall. Going to maybe get that conversion here. Uses every single bar of stamina, but it's worth it for the damage that we get from the control we're going to be able to have with this positive bonus. A little bit of burst on our side, but MjKurase feeling the need to use it.
Nice conversion here, 5K in the RTL. It's going to be able to send you through here. Kurose with a lot of meter. I'm looking out for super PRC, potentially to try to stay alive here, or maybe we're just going to keep it here for some of this mix later on. Kurose actually not forcing the meter until that overhead to keep it safe. Of course, you can convert off of it as well if you got the hit. And I mean, just like this, in fact, Super Soldier spending that burst, keeping it back. Nan trying to get in with that stun dipper. And it's going to be an RTL confirm after with 100 meter this time. I think that can kill. Nice stuff.
100%. Nan cleaning up this first game kind of quickly, but we did already see MjKurase make some great adjustments before. Again, I keep mentioning that set with Lurry, but it was such a strong set from both these players and really showcases why they're so strong. Nan really putting in a good dent into that armor though with this first game. And
I mean, not to jitter anyone's nerves, but Just want to thank again Sound and Scary and Arashi and everybody claiming the codes for that match arena, getting us up to $316. I mean, even here on the loser side of the bracket, I mean, you're always in the tournament, you always can get to that prize pool, but at this point, all you need to get is at least 4th. You're getting paid today, right? So all these matches are super serious. Of course, these competitors out here, they're always trying their best. Nice anti-air close slash. Kurase gonna walk you down to the corner here. Super Soldier having a lot of meter on the other side, but you have to wake up into the super hard knockdown before you get to play.
Exactly. It's going to be one of those situations that's so hard to get out of, like we see with Sept, like we see with MjKurase, just so strong at enforcing those situations with that mix and meter. But Nanan having absolutely none of it, not getting a chance to send through the wall, but hit you with the ye ol' stomp. Going to be able to get that 5-piece, send you through the wall, positive bonus. Strong situation for MjKurase once again off that 6K anti-air.
Ooh, okay, no stamina spend there to finish the round. The PRC drift forward 6P gets answered by Kurase spending that last bit of meter, throwing Nanan back and forth. At this point, it's either player's game. Okay, tried to bait the whiff throw, but it's gonna be that stun dipper. Nice approach there from Super Soldier, closing out that round.
Oh yeah, 100% super strong gameplay. Great use of that low here, but MjKurase kind of trying to adapt here, being a little bit more spacing dependent. The TK fighter setup not going to be able to land here. Nanan's doing a great job at playing neutral, not letting MjKurase get away with stuff. Goes for the meaty close slash, tries to bait the burst, is a little greedy. This is the greed we talked about in the Bible.
That was an insane burst bait. Kurase probably like, the fuck? But here we go. Looking good right here. Gonna get that super cancel after. Super Soldier, you gotta see if you're gonna regret that burst bait. I don't know. Kurase making a climb back here. Oh, DP out.
I mean, if you're gonna climb back, this is exactly where you want to do it. A nice little close slash here, goes for the IAD to try and avoid some kind of situation. YRC bursting the YRC to try and keep the pressure up, understanding the situation in hand. 2K2D gonna be able to get the wall stick, and it's enough. The burst ended up being the right decision. You know, sometimes we see very inventive play, but it ends up working. There's a reason these players are in the top 8 of this Jeekly.
Oh my god, dude. Kurase probably was, oh my god, where was the HP, dude? I don't have a keybind to pause the replay, but guys, where is the HP, bro? It's literally a pixel.
Yeah, I'm also kind of curious. I wonder what that HP was.
All right, so 1-1, right?
It could not have been that high.
I was so busy looking at the replay, I don't even have the score right. So if someone can confirm with me, I'll break the 4th wall. Great start here from Kurase and a burst bait.
Exactly. This is a great situation for MjKurase. Nanans had their fun, but now we're moving back into this situation. IB gonna try to come out here, trying to control that spacing, control that ability to get in and out. But what a dash underneath the vault! Doesn't even give a chance for the deal to happen. Such strong awareness by Nanan for that defensive situation. Gonna be able to push to the wall here. No clean hit, but able to do a great big deal of damage. Gonna go for that overhead, uses the stamina, gets the 2K. Gonna go for the ride the lightning. Damn, and you're dead. Oh, no, I was wrong.
Commentator Kurase, it was definitely close. I expected such as well, but Kurase, dude, we have 100 meter here. Does Kurase have 100 meter round here to kill?
Oh, he does! Is he going to be able to kill the big tap? That's confirmed. Uses the wild assault, but the burst comes out! Nanan doesn't want to lose. Big throw on both sides. Both these players are chomping at the bit for the win in this. I cursed it, G! No! Oh,
Nanan said, why is it 1-1? I won 2 games. Is that true? Can someone confirm that? I probably did fuck up the score. I'll just change it preemptively. Can someone unironically confirm that for me? I'm not lying, but here we go. Good stuff. Kurase doing some good work. Gonna send you through with this Nsenga.
Gonna be able to get a nice little bit of positive bonus on our side. Exactly what we needed, but nice movement tech from Nan. Gonna go for the reset here. Far slash into beat driver. Keep those plus frames. 2K2D goes into the DP, and now gonna have to be back with no stamina. You have to use that wild assault. You have to use that tension burst on the side of Nan. Great things here. Back IAD back. JH gets the low. Has the 2K2D. Gonna go for a throw reset, but no meter to be able to spend it. Has the overhead. Gonna be able to confirm into the super. Gonna break the wall. That's a good bit of damage there.
Okay, so after correcting that score for Nan, she took the time to type in the Twitch chat while she was getting comboed, saying, Jeek, fix the score. So that being corrected now, she is at set point right here. Oh my God. Sick route right there. Try to get that 5K link after keeping it back. Try to go for that raw step, it looked like, but catching with the 2S counter hit confirm. McKurase gonna send you through a super.
Yeah, gonna break the wall, tries to backdash, doesn't get hit by the turn it up guard crush pop, and now Nan's kind of holding down back inside the corner, not wanting to give an inch, goes for the Kara into the super, gonna be able to get a lot of corner carry here, break the wall. In fact, anytime you see that super, most of the time it's gonna probably end up breaking the wall.
Ooh. Oh, good blocks. Oh my God, and the throw as well. Yo, Nan with some insane defense. Oh my God, the safe jab, close slash, what the
Going in for the back throw here. Such an incredibly interesting situation. Goes for the DP, has no tension or has no burst, had to give it up. Goes for the YRC, goes and whip punishes the 2K with a 2K of our own. Close slash 2S, no meter to speak of though. No way to continue the combo. 5Ks of clipping downtown from coast to coast. Run up throw to secure the win. 3-0. Strong stuff.
We got Lurry versus McSmitty out here. This Faust already getting started here with that J2K counter hit. McSmitty gonna keep you back. I want to say that I've seen this exact match between these players in losers quarterfinal before. You gotta fact check me, ! YouTube. Check those VODs. I know this match has happened before, but right now it's gonna be Lurry mixing you up with that meteor at the start.
Ooh, and what a heads up play to kind of drift backwards with that mix off of the Scarecrow PRC to make sure that you get that wall bounce and be able to confirm the combo. And now going in for another far slash. 2 100-ton weights is exactly what you want to see for Lurry. Getting in here, McSmitty though not phased at all, gonna be able to do a great deal of damage here with the scalpel pull in, gets the clean hit but burst out of it, wanting to try and be as close to Lurry and as close to Faust as possible.
Getting close with these tornadoes here. Oh, catching McSmitty's backdash by crossing up with that PRC Scarecrow. Yep, guess right there. McSmitty guessed right. Trying to get these Ren Sends out, trying to be pregnant with some of these anti-airs, but Lurry with the run up 6P keeping you back. Air dash back JP, I think it was, just to finish off that round. Lurry getting a little comfortable crawling there, trying to get around some of those Faust normals, but McSmitty in the corner right there feels comfortable keeping her back to the wall, putting up that giant, massive air-to-air. Lurry respecting some of this zoning a bit, trying to get up with that crawl, but J2K even getting jabbed away too.
Trying to backdash of some kind, trying to create this space. A very big back and forth between both these players, and now trying to get something started. That scalpel pull, we've seen it once before. It's definitely got to be some sort of big thing in this matchup. The blue Wild Assault going to put us forward. Nice deflect shield from McSmitty though. Not really wanting to allow Lurry to get that cross-up situation. Having the back and forth, trying to get something happening. McSmitty so close here. Just one more interaction. Trying to get that chip damage. Trying to get something. The FD runs out. And McSmitty able to get a game on the board.
Nice stuff here. Definitely started off very strong for Lurry. If I'm not mistaken, we actually got a perfect in that first round. But McSmitty getting comfortable a bit with some of that zoning. I mean, at this point, you know, I mean, we've all played against Axel, right? You're on a pixel. Not only do you, I mean, you're already trying to dance around Rensen, all the jabs, whatnot. Now you got to do it in FD, all of them, and still get in and win the round. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, McSmitty had you in checkmate. go next. Here we go, game 2 coming up. Now you did see Lurry showing a bit of that Scarecrow PRC. That's going to be your in, right? Of course, Faust can never be bad with Scarecrow PRC being in the game, being able to teleport all the way across, get past all those zoning normals, potentially the Ren Sens and such. So we'll see Lurry going to try to weave those in. Of course, can fight with 2H as well. We got some good options out here. Lurry going to put those pieces together starting in game 2.
Exactly, coming in here with that 2K. Lurry been down before, but not out. Definitely not. I know there was one Jeekly that I commentated where Lurry had some insane reverse sweeps, almost back to back to back, and McSmitty is trying to apply that pressure, trying to make it to where they might have to do that again. But now the burst coming out from Lurry, not really wanting to deal with that Rinsen situation. So hard to deal with. 2H gonna get a big counter hit. J2K into the mix. Gonna be able to get a nice little confirm here. Bomb comes out, able to get that hit going, but maybe not the item that we wanted in that exact situation. Scarecrow PRC able to dash out. The awareness from McSmitty was so incredibly good there to make sure they get another round on the board and take Larry's burst.
I mean, Lurry definitely very active here. You saw with that air throw, we got the right ideas, but McSmitty being able to put ourselves in the best spots, you know. Oh, yep, does not want to hold that follow-up attack. Lurry opting not to go for it right there, just blocking out that approach from Smitty. Gonna catch you with that J2K, though, a great way to beat out some of those very low normals, especially that J2K from McSmitty. But with that close slash being reversal, McSmitty has the upper hand here.
Go back and forth here. What a great situation to be in. 2-0 up on the board for McSmitty in such a fast fashion. One thing you normally don't see from Axel is those fast games. Being one of the real true blue zoners in this game, they normally like to take that space. They normally like to control that area of the screen that's basically in front of them. Maybe not so much above them, maybe even not so much behind them, but they do such a great job at locking down the screen. And when McSmitty is able to get things going, able to kind of roll this ball, it really does show how strong they can be, especially when they're putting up 2 games on Lurry.
Yeah, 76% of the votes were on Lurry. Here, let me make sure those names are in the correct spot. Sorry about that, y'all. Lurry, of course, on that Faust. 76% of the votes were on Lurry for that prediction. McSmitty, however, if we win this match, it'll be our best placement at a Jeekly ever, and you still got a whole tournament going. So with this 2-0 lead, looking pretty strong, but Ukio's right. Lurry, you can never count him out. With a really great start here, you got that little homie about to pull back up and the afro setup as well. A lot of pressure on McSmitty's end. Lurry taking advantage of that with another command grab.
Going in for the tap dust here, but things don't exactly work out as planned. Not really able to get that hit, and now we're kind of chipping at that life total. This exactly is where Lurry wants to be. Has the tension to confirm that counter hit, and we're breathing life. Lurry kind of letting things slip away, but grabbing a hold now, trying to pull back. As I stated before, they're so good at these reversal sweeps, so good at getting these kind of locked in situations and making the most of them. Burst coming out, getting a little lucky on the items, getting a meteor, gonna be able to get a nice combo from it. Jeek, we've seen shades of this in the past. So smart with how we combo off of these items.
Yeah, man, holy moly. Lurry definitely has that awareness that you need to pilot this character at the highest level. McSmitty taking advantage of that stray hit, gonna go for that one vision combo, and look at the damage right back, bro. This is from a zoner. That being said, you got a full stick of butter on Lurry's side. Catch it with the Scarecrow PRC. The whiff punished that 2K. McSmitty was trying to do so to try to call out a Scarecrow. Able to do so here, but a counter hit. We're in either player's game. It's gonna be the thrust to take it out. Good stuff there, Lurry. Had a whole bombo to follow up, but not today.
Exactly. In this kind of situation, great things happening here. Lurry able to kind of get back. And again, I know I keep saying it, but we've seen shades of this before. First 2 games kind of are a mudslide. We kind of can't really get our stumble footing. And then one game, we just turn it on. We see the opportunity. We see exactly how we're supposed to get into this situation. And then and then it just kind of mudslides right back. And now Lurry gonna use that FD, but the 6H gonna be able to get a nice little overhead conversion for us. But we run up and get that strike throw. Lurry back to the corner, already used the burst, already in such a bad situation. The snail gonna leave us out too hard to punish, gets a nice little overhead conversion, has the bomb at our back. We're stuck right in between a rock and a hard place. Now McSmitty trying to IAD and gets a big hit, gets the whistling wind, and is now on set point.
Yeah, that was actually a crazy block strength there. McSmitty weaving in that 2S. Pops are trying to catch a Lurry, do an up back, and right now we're looking good here with these Ren-Sen pops. It's going to be the same side throw. Good pressure here. Oh my god, there's the 2S again. McSmitty using it in these block strings to try to frame trap out Lurry, it seems. And that's going to be McSmitty with the red RC drift forward, moving on in the bracket into the prize pool, but not here in this losers quarterfinal. Winner makes it into the prize pool, but we still got a whole bracket ahead of us.
100%, and now we're kind of going back and forth. SpeedyGuy gonna be able to jump in with his JH, something we've seen them do so incredibly well. Kind of patience in a staring match. You don't really see that often inside of Guilty Gear sets, but now DP coming out. This is exactly what you want if you're Nan. Gonna be able to spin that stamina, gonna be able to break the wall using that meter, getting that clean hit, and now we might not have stamina, but we have the Wild Assault. We have the tension to be able to make up for it.
Oh, catching that up back potentially with that close slash. SpeedyGuy taking advantage of that one. Oh! Catching with that close slash on the other side, but now Super Soldier going to open you up. Spends the burst to stay alive.
Definitely in this situation, back and forth from both these players, not really wanting to give an inch, wanting to try and get that first round on the board. Maybe it's from superstition, maybe it's because they want to get that momentum on their side. SpeedyGuyXD gonna be able to get things going here, has the car into the super, breaks the wall, gets the round, and now in this game up one situation. But Nan does have the stamina back, does have the burst on their side. Instead of 6P'ing the JH, we now are DP.
Oh, both players picking air dash right there. SpeedyGuy coming out on top with that hair car afterwards. Ooh, that was a cool combo. Super Soldier with the burst just in time to stay on this side of the wall, but SpeedyGuy just going to get this reset instead. Look at this ladder. Oh my god, that Capel was very horizontal. I did not expect that one. SpeedyGuy trying to chase down Super Soldier, but the BRCs were crafty.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with you. And now SpeedyGuy kind of showing how they got here in the first place, kind of breaking out of nowhere. I know this is not a player that I expected to make top 8, but showing me how much they've improved, doing such a great job at showing and making Nan have to be light on her feet. And now you're down again, Nan, you gotta take a breath, gotta pause, and now I just recognized what their name is.
Oh, you just right? Yeah, no,
we got double agent having to play defense out here.
Yeah, Nan been changing her name all tonight. She goes by a couple names: Honduran Super Soldier, Nan. Real ones know the puppy girl FPS. If you know, you know. But right now we're looking at this Super Soldier, SpeedyGuy with some good defense here, not taking the bait. No tension or stamina to keep that pressure up any longer. Oh, great attempt on the air throw. Unfortunately, didn't connect. It's going to be the cross up corner seal JH to keep this pressure going. Nice connection.
Ooh, and now we're going to be able to get that super. We're going to have so much corner carry in this situation. That's exactly what you want. Going to be able to use some kind of situation to get forward. Strike throwing 10. Going to be able to strike its head again, but the gold burst coming out from SpeedyGuy, and now the cross cut super, but the throw able to pick. What a smart play from SpeedyGuy, able to do such a great job, calls out the Artemis, and now is going to be able to push to the wall, but not enough to break it, not enough to get the kill. Going to keep us plus 2K, going to give us exactly what we want, get the round inside of our favor.
Man, that was an awesome end to that round right there. I did not realize SpeedyGuy had the safe jump set up, but Honduran Super Soldier with that cross cut and then the air confirm RTL. A lot going on in that last round. That being said, SpeedyGuy giving us no time to think about it, keeping the pressure up, but Honduran Super Soldier ready for that DP out. The YRC going to buy us some time. Counter hitting with that P normal lets us confirm a knockdown, and SpeedyGuy getting these setups.
All right, now 6P coming out here, gonna go for that 2H DP, gonna send us into the corner. 5K, 6H got the super right on time, clean hit, gonna be able to send us through it. Look at all that damage, Jeek. We're gonna be able to push through another great situation. Capel gonna happen. H-Disc gonna lock that mix down. YRC, Nan really not wanting to deal with it, and honestly, I don't blame him. Big DP there, gets another big DP, but can't pick up off of it.
Oh, nice job jumping over that that stun dipper. Speedy Guy gonna use Capel to confirm the hit after. Both players evening up these rounds. Speedy Guy doing some crafty stuff here on this Millia. Super Soldier conserving that stamina here. Gonna use it as a hit confirm after that DP. Sending Speedy Guy through, getting our item eat in time as well. Our, you know what I mean? Getting our eat in as well. Speedy Guy trying to be preemptive with these far slashes.
All right, going in here, trying to get the speed down. What a smart use of PRC, though. Going for that hair car, but things are going to end up working out. Goes for the 6P, but has the RC, because that conversion can be a little bit weird. Nan kind of regrouping, finding a way back in, getting a game on the board, tying up the set one apiece.
I love the way Nan did this. That 6P recovery was so high that Nan was able to land with JD, approach with 2P, get the counter hit, and then close out the round. Like, what a whiff punish, bro. Millia 6P recovery. What is that, like 30 frames? Jesus.
There, you don't really have the ability to follow up with a beak driver or its follow-up, so you kind of have to RC there. So awareness of the meter on board, awareness of how much oh, what a burst. Awareness of how much of a follow-up option you would have and how much meter you have. It's just a great thing in general. But now DP gonna be coming out, goes up for that dash to try and get something happening, goes for the same situation again, and now chasing that back dash. But what a smart 6P from SpeedyGuyXD, gonna be able to get us into the corner. 2P maybe trying to get that wall stick, but it didn't end up working how we wanted it to. Capel gonna come out, makes it hard for us to interact in the air.
Good ladder right now here after that counter hit. Close slash. Ukyo, this is going to kill with that bad moon. Red RC. Great stuff there from Speedy Guy.
Oh, wow. What great routing from the side of Speedy Guy. JH going to come in here. DP, we've seen it once. We've seen it twice. We're probably going to see it a lot more times tonight. Going for that forward, trying to get that strike throw in that situation, but the throw ends up getting clashed. Going for the super, gonna break the wall. We've seen Nan be so good in this situation. Gets a nice little counter hit, has the extension, gonna be able to go for that beak driver, has the super, has the 100 meter thanks to positive bonus, up to through, and they are dead. What great routing from Nan.
Man, I love seeing Sins go for that 100 meter kill. Nan, one of the best I've seen. Spending that burst, did not want that Link 5K to connect. I think it may have been a little out of range. Speedy Guy keeping it safe, better than sorry. Blocking out that DP. Had the micro dash to get that close slash in, so definitely some awareness here from Speedy Guy. Super Soldier ready with the burst.
Pressure kind of mounting here, trying to manage these plus frames. Goes for the overhead fake out into the low, and now gets that meter, gets that frame kill into that throw, gets the overhead, has the tap dust, goes for the 5K, gets the dash cancel, but doesn't end up killing. Both these players are so close to being able to claim this game, but who wants it more? The JH cross up left-right situation goes for the Capel, gets a big piece of damage here. We've seen them be able to get these combos before, but drops here. The JK gonna come out from Nan, turns it into our win from a scary situation.
Yeah, unfortunate stuff. I like what Speedy Guy was going for there. Was trying to use that RC to carry Honduran Super Soldier even closer to the wall to confirm out that game. But unfortunately, couldn't make it happen. Honduran Super Soldier taking that one with that rising JK. We're going into this game 4. Either player's game, if you ask me. Speedy Guy destroying their seed. Definitely got to call that one out. Honduran Super Soldier, no slouch here, spending that burst in the start.
Now going in here, again, as I said before, seen that DP once, we're gonna see it again. Goes for that beak driver, trying to get something happening, gets the corner carry, has the JD confirmed. Such a strong thing going on here. ID backing, trying to get something started here. Goes for the JD to try and maybe air stall a little bit, try to defuse Speedy Guy, but it doesn't end up working. Big close slash coming in here. What great IBs from Nan. Use that BRC slingshot to get us through the wall, grabs the Capel, showing what this counterplay for this character can look like. Goes for the super, no dilly-dallying, gets the wall break, but it didn't even matter. Nan is on set point.
Okay, here we go. Very preemptive stuff here from Speedy Guy. I mean, oh wow, actually the throw recovery still let you go into the close slash after. That H6 setup was kind of nasty there from Speedy Guy. Honduran Super Soldier not getting punished on that DP. Definitely feeling good about that one. Good block on that same side. Artemis, oh my god, that 2K is active.
Trying to go here for something, gets the 2H, goes for the DP. Going into another beak driver here, only using 1 bar of stamina though, realizing follow-up may be predicted, may have something going on with it. The BRC trying to get back into the situation. 2K2D gets to the JH, but tries, but does not end up getting the bait. 2K6P goes for the overhead, has the meter, gets the close slash, dash cancel confirm combo, 6/8 to break the wall. Nan is only 1 hit away from this situation. Only 1 more good interaction left in the tank for them, but the low counter hits Hair Car, and now we just want to be able to win. JP into the right, the lightning confirmed, gonna be able to break the wall. Nan takes this set 3-1.
Awesome stuff there, man. Literal legends. It's going to be your AWT champion. And then you can read that name. Jodo Goat coming out here on the Leo. Crossing up Jack here. Now, I think one of GSL's big TNS wins, excuse me, was against Jack. Ukio, take the mic.
Gonna be able to get that wall break here. Had to sacrifice our burst to be able to do it. GaySexlegend being pinned up against the wall by Jack right now. Gonna be able to get that wall break with that curse. Things are looking great for us right now. If we are Jack, has the meter for the Deus Ex Machina. Gonna be able to break that wall, continue this snowballing cycle with all those resources looping on itself constantly. One change that we did see here in some of the 2.0 footage, we had the positive that meter penalty does stay even after wall breaks. So a situation this hard to deal with. Jodo still finds a way though. Gonna be able to get another reset in this situation. Tries to go for another reset. Tries to go and catch off the wall bounce, trying to call out what direction we're holding when we're getting off of the wall, but Jack able to kind of realign, get back in the driver's seat, even though we had the spin burst to do it.
No, awesome stuff there from Jack, man. Yo, GSL, he loves going for these resets. If it isn't going to kill, he's going to get the meaty cross up. He's going to get the wall slump. He's going to try to go for the 214H whip, get you with the parry that Jack thought he could press into, and then confirm super after. That's the king, baby.
Oh yeah, Big King using these Gatlings here to try and put some distance in between himself and Jack, but now the situations are kind of turned. We got to use burst here, using that step dash to try and get in, using that stagger pressure, not really wanting to let Jack have any kind of say in the matter. Flash kick, this is a great thing for us. Tap dust of doom and despair. Hey, if you're ever wondering how to mix up an opponent, GaySexlegend just hit Jack, the Arc World Tour winner, with a tap dust. Every character's got one. Every character's got one. You can always use it.
You're actually spitting though, actually. You know what I mean? That like dead ass, bro. Like Jack, AWT champion, but a god can bleed, bro. And sometimes it's 5D, man. That hits all of us. So awesome stuff, man. Only so much practice you can do until the king comes and mixes your shit, bro. Here we go. Game 2. GSL looking good. Jack, of course, no slouch. You can't write him off after only 1 game. Both players are guaranteed at least 3rd place, which means they get a big chunk of this prize pool. But at $300, thank you all for those contributions, you want to get as far as you can.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I gotta look at that. Being able to go through here with this 2D gets the cross up, but we're plus though. Such a great situation to be in. Knock knock on your door. DMX delivering something, I don't know. Super coming through you with the wall break. Gonna be able to kill here. GaySexlegend is looking really strong right now with the Slayo pressure.
for sure, man. Trying to do that drift up 2K, but Jack was ready with that whip punish. Heads up play. GaySex not wanting to go through the wall yet, was ready with that burst. Jack gonna have to make their way forward. Good block. And IBFD on that cross up, bro. That's your AWT champion, man. Oh, but the 2D, that hits everyone.
Oh, yeah. Especially whenever you have a little bit of meter to pull behind it. Oh, and the counter hit. Back turn H. Using that back turn K to try and get some scary pressure going. A little bit of stagger inside of back turn. Gonna be able to get that J2K Goomba stomp on your head. Close slash 6K. Gonna be able to break the wall, but not able to get enough meter for the super. Strong situation here. If you're gaysexlegend but can't end up getting the break here, Jack has to sacrifice the burst. But if you're gaysexlegend, you're okay with it in this situation.
Yeah, of course you want to win the round if you can, but Jack at least had to commit that resource, so take every win you can get. That being said, Jack already pushing you to where you're spending your own burst here. 236S, catching Jack not blocking. Not getting the cross up there, but in the RPS goes for the DP. Jack getting crossed up here both ways till Sunday. Of course, it's Friday, every 8 p.m. EST. We got minimum $50 prize pool brackets. GSL trying to catch you with that 2P right now, but Jack looking good.
Dude, this Leo character is so cool. I'm sorry, but he's just so cool with the way that Jodo's able to pilot and use this mix. And now got Jack against the wall. Now going to be able to go here, but can't end up baiting the burst in time while we're in back turn. Such patience, big 6P, and gets the OTG. gaysexlegend is up 2-0 right now, one game away from making it to grand finals winner side.
Very heads up play right here. I gotta say, man, these 236Hs, these cross ups have been connecting like crazy. Jack, of course, had that one strong IBFD, but GSL, I mean, you just gotta give the credit to GSL. It's not that Jack's doing anything wrong. You saw him IBFD them earlier. My man's got the defense, but GSL finds the tricky ways to weave him in, you know? Plays Leo like no one else. Plays Leo like the best Leo player out there, and he may very well be.
Exactly, especially for this situation we're in, using that burst, trying to use the parry to be able to bait out and get through to punish that steady aim shot, but all we have to do is just not press the button if we're Jack. Now it's a reverse reaction test. We're testing if you're not gonna react. But now the flash kick gonna come out. We've seen Jodo using these reversals, trying to make things hard on his opponent, and now we're gonna be able to get something going here. Tries to go for the burst bait, but it didn't end up happening. Gonna roll through the mix, ends up happening. God, I got hit. What side that bullet hit on?
Bro, if it's Jack, of course you got hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I feel that. Catching you with the low there. Meaty, or rather OTG close slash to finish the round. GSL, you know, you got a 2-0 lead. You're not trying to throw it, but of course you can afford to take those risks. You're going to be able to DP out of that guard crush as a part of the RPS. Jack going to start running you down. Oh my God, that felt like an eternity in Guilty Gear Strive time. Jack going to get that punish, going to take you to the corner and send you through.
That's that Street Fighter 6 pressure right there. Gotta look at your opponent in the face, do a soul read real quick, kind of just see what they're doing, look what they're going for. But then we go back right to Guilty Gear, where Jodo wakes up with another flash kick once again. Big run up throw here coming out from Jack. Gonna be able to get things going, and now the burst has to come up from Jodo, trying to capture the space, trying to go forward, but the far side gonna be able to punish us, gonna be able to put us in a great situation. Jack feeling hungry, kind of seeing what he needs to do. All I'm saying is the Arc World Tour Grand Finals.
I really good point. Actually, yeah, these are the same characters that were in the Grand Final. Shouts to Nitro.
Hey, that's all I'm saying. Seen a lot of parallels. Jeekly ain't it? 8 EST every Friday.
Well, great stuff, man. I like what Jack did there at the end with the 6H Red RC, right? Of course, it looks like it's a simple hit confirm closing out the round, but not just that, but GSL was potentially representing the guard point there, so that was going to be Jack's answer. GSL recognizing that, tried to drop it in time, but just could not. So Jack getting this game on the board. Great stuff. Curse applied. Trying to check with that 5H can be a nice button to get this neutral started. Guard pointing through the shot, but the 5D connects. Nice stuff. Spending the burst. Does not want to get that positive bonus and fights back here.
I mean, especially if we're in a situation where we can use that health pool to our advantage, take a couple of hits, try and get that burst back before the next round. Using it a little bit earlier can be a good strategy, but Jack is going to be able to push us through the wall here. We're in such a great spot here. Positive bonus, and even if able to bait out that reversal by using a shot to punish the active frames and not have, or punish the lack of in-bowl frames at that part of the move. I'm sorry, but now Jack using that burst, really just wants to get back in this, wants to push this to its limit. It's going to use the Deus Ex Machina, but it's not going to kill. We're one interaction away.
Mountain the climb here. That was a really cool setup. It was, of course, was the BRC backdash to get that overhead on the round start there. Despite that, GSL able to block it out, showing you his own overheads with that back turn H, IBFD, but the fast RC keeps yourself safe. Great defense there from Jack. Oh my God, that was gap. Holy, oh my Lord. The PRC to see that 236S coming, was ready with the throw. Great stuff.
Now going in here, going to use that burst, really wants to control this spacing, does such a great job, but we're not able to get the cross up. We're minus there, but Jack knows the mental stack, knows the gaysexlegend represented the flash kick on that situation before, and now we're back right into it. Gonna be able to get this big confirm, using that back turn K to get some pressure started. Back turn S, trying to play neutral right now. Doing a great job at trading back and forth, but we're gonna get that focus, get that wall slump into that Deus Ex Machina.
GSL going to have this burst here in a moment, and also some tension. Deciding on how we FD here. Oh my God, the backdash BRC again, but this time to recognize the DP and then get the bait. Using the Wild Assault after to ensure that GSL couldn't burst. I'm pretty sure, of course, with Wild Assault going away, you're not going to see too many setups like that anymore. And I wonder if that was a direct response to people like Jack just checkmating people with this mechanic. Look at this.
You know, one of the things that they did was nerf the amount of bursts that Wild Assault does take, especially on charge and on non-charge. But now it can be used in these niche situations to kind of just close out and stop the game. But now we're on to game 5. Jack working on a little bit of a reverse sweep. Look, working on something kind of crazy. The set's been kind of going insane.
I mean, honestly, I said you couldn't write Jack off after one loss, and I didn't have to say it. You can't write him off after 2 either. You know, I think Jack ended up having the bracket reset against him at the AWT finals. Do I got that right? But then was still able to win. So here we go, man.
Now we're definitely seeing it here. Jodo trying to use these big normals, trying to get some kind of situation started, goes for the throw, but it doesn't end up working. We're using that movement to get out of the way. A big counter hit on that 2D. Gonna go for the cross up, gonna get that moonwalk, gonna push into the corner with that 5-edge. Oh, that routing is so nice.
Dude, that's not only is that the king, but that's gaysexlegend piloting him, bro. That's you only see that stuff because GSL's on the sticks, putting herself on the set point after a really awesome round.
Now going in here, close slash 6K, gaysexlegend able to put themselves on set point, doing a great 2K match there. Back turn K pressure, gonna allow us to get something good here. Goes for the PRC, able to get that pickup, but maybe wanted to burst bait. Maybe you're not wanting to let Jack have anything going good. And now gonna be able to use these pressure strings. 2K 2D gun flip, gonna be able to take us to the corner. Deus Ex Machina, great situation here. And now, if you're gaysexlegend, you're in a great spot. All you need is maybe 1 or 2 interactions for counting for bursts.
You got that meter. This time it's the same side. Use the fast RC to keep it safe. Jack using the BRC to drift forward, trying to see if GSL commits to an option. That gets that shimmy. Nice stuff. The throw after that jump in. Fast RC to try to see if he wanted the burst, but it's going to be a DP to get out. Our own BRC shenanigans of our own. Jack trying to block this one out. Caught with the 236S. I'm looking at that burst as well.
Trying to play this back turn neutral, gets the gunshot in the air. gaysexlegend feeling very confident right now, just holding in neutral. The 2S gonna be able to reach the tippy toes, and now both these players are on set point. Double Luigi situation, as Backpack would like to say. Now gonna be able to put us into the corner, trying to get that 5H wall bounce. Both these players' resources are running low, and even for Jack, this concentration, no bullets, big backdash. This is exactly where you want to be if you're gaysexlegend, but Jack able to get out of these situations. A massive counter hit. Back turn S, back turn H, gonna be able to get through this wall here. Such low damage. One more interaction, but this is Jack we're talking about. Gonna be able to get that back, guys. Get the tap, guys. 2-8. gaysexlegend gonna move into grand final.
Both these players are making that money here. Now we're just going to see how big of a slice we can get. McSmitty here in his best ever run on the Axel. Honduran Super Soldier trying to get up to that grand finals to get as much of a slice as she can. We'll see what we have in store right now. McSmitty doing some good zoning. Super Soldier spending that burst early.
Exactly. Now we're going to be getting back into this situation. One of these players is going to have to go fight Jack in losers finals, as you just saw here recently. And now kind of dash blocking forward, trying to get something going here, going for that close slice into that rainwater, but what an IAD over. McSmitty showing some cerebral play right now, using that one vision time stop to get that bomber into the corner, stops with the rainwater, gets another bomber, and look at that damage build.
Building up that tension. PRC the drifting back here, does not want to get caught by Nan doing any forward advancing moves, and look at that, you commit to one button and she BRC drifts forward and takes you out, puts you in the corner. You got to be careful against Nan, bro. She's very good at using RC momentum drifts to put her characters anywhere on the screen she wants to be, and against a zoner like Axel, that can be a strong skill. Decides to spend the burst here. Of course, you got a lot of stamina, but didn't get the chance to spend it. McSmitty was too good with those jabs.
Yeah, 100% McSmitty doing such a great job here in getting these situations, but Nan showing why she's even here in this spot in the first place. Getting that eat, gonna get a big wall break situation, but we have no resources, no stamina, no burst, no tension. The positive bonus is helping us out a little bit though. Here for BRC, what a call out with that grab. IAD back rainwater gonna make things a little bit easier for us now. And send out that rinse, and we're going to be doing some things back and forth. Going to put back into the whistling wind and fades out the DP. 100 meter on our side. Chat, can we kill? No, we cannot. Nan has one more shot.
Oh, there's that BRC drift I was telling you about, but if even against a player as preemptive as McSmitty is able to call it out with that 5P, we got some McSmitty fans in the chat. He's too good, says Caliber. Hell yeah, look at this. Preemptive 5P to close out the round. Now you gotta hand it to Nan. Was ready with that momentum drift. You gotta, I mean, she had all the stamina in the world, had the burst to fight with also, was trying to find that opening. I mean, that's the zoner for you. That's why McSmitty has been playing so well. He's just not gonna give it to you, at least for free.
And now, if you're McSmitty, what do you do here? How do you adapt to the super preemptive playstyle? On Sin, you have all these big normals, but they're pretty slow with their recovery, so you gotta be really smart. But Nan showing, we're just not even gonna really go down this path. We're just gonna go straight forward, do some strike throw, and now we're doing the stagger pressure. Great things happening from Nan right now, trying to IAD forward. McSmitty kind of in a hole here, but Nan gonna be able to use the stamina to break the wall with that 6H.
A meter cooking up right now. Definitely a great spot to be in. This Super Soldier gonna get that DP to finish off the round. McSmitty trying to get something started here with that mix, but Nan didn't need to hold it with the HP totals being the way they were. I like these air normals right here trying to fight up, and those little dash blocks are what you need against a zoner like Axel, but McSmitty recognizing that immediately starts pulling out the throws.
Exactly, and we're IBing all of these normals in space, but McSmitty kind of seeing the patience, kind of seeing that dedication to trying to IB and trying to go in of their own, and now we're running this pressure, trying to get us all the way back to the opposite corner, but we still have burst. McSmitty goes ahead and uses the BRC forward, using that wild assault, trying to enjoy it while it lasts. The 2P though doesn't give us a chance to wall stick.
Yeah, big shout to Medi, by the way, running those predictions in the background, y'all. If you're paying attention at the start of the rounds, we put the votes up. Go ahead and get those in to try to win some points. That being said, I hope you voted for McSmitty. You got a 1-game lead, just even up the rounds here. You can't write off Nan though. She's got a burst, full stamina here to fight with. Very patient dash blocks here to try to catch McSmitty. The close slash dagger catching us, but the burst gets spent to keep this corner pressure.
Now We're going in for more stagger pressure. We don't have any resources, no stamina, barely any tension. We just got 50 bar. And now McSmitty using these normals to try and get something started. Big hit here from Nan, able to make the most of a whiff punish. And now going to be able to break through the wall. Got a little bit of health back there. And now we're on the side, running all the way to the opposite side. Tapped us a doom and despair. That was huge.
Oh, man. Strong stuff here. Axel bombing the most damage we can, but it's still either player's game, especially with that 100-meter. Oh my god. Yeah, that I actually saw my first gold burst punish ever at Paragon this this Wednesday, excuse me. You have to jump IBFD it. Great 2P there from McSmitty to close out that round. Got a little tricky there, but we're up 2-0.
Oof. McSmitty making the most of the situation, kind of on fire right now, able to take out Lurry, and now putting the pressure to Nan, just one more game away.
Yeah, McSmitty definitely on the run of a lifetime out here, putting this Axel here on the map. I'm actually, there some of these characters, we talk about the obvious characters for 2.0, but there are characters like Axel where I'm really curious what's going to happen. Now, if you're a real one, if you know, the OGs know about the pup girl FPS on the Giovanna. Honduran Super Soldier bringing it out right now to try to fight against this Axel, taking some of that grounded space very quickly with that step dash, but McSmitty comboing with this Wild Assault. Not going to see that next week, but right now using it to the best of its advantage.
Again, gotta enjoy it while it lasts, especially whenever you're playing for this much money. Thanks to everybody in our chat for donating to the Matcherino, claiming those codes if you can. McSmitty gonna put us on set point with that perfect.
With the YRC bait as well, man. McSmitty with some great play here at the end, not taking too many risks. In fact, it's almost like we're leveling up. It's like an exponential increase. Good fuzzy jump right there to try to get out of that tornado, but that jump in counter hit, you got to be careful against this Giovanna, especially when she's quick like Nan. I almost said pup girl. This Giovanna's a throwback to me, bro. And McSmitty with the 2K red RC.
Now gonna be able to use these buttons to really stick against the wall, gonna be able to break, and now you're kind of in a bad situation if you're Nan. You got burst, but having McSmitty be in this situation, being at mid-screen, having all this tension to kind of react to how you want to escape or how you even want to try and do things, IAD over the Rinsen, but it doesn't end up mattering. The dog dart gonna be able to send us to the corner, gonna have a big 5H confirm here, using that meter, but doesn't end up using the super. Gonna be able to get that snail, and McSmitty is going into losers finals. Going in here, great day. Say those moves are gonna be useless in 5 days, and she thought.
Oh, good point. I don't know why I didn't think about that earlier, but great point.
Yeah.
But here we go. Jack with a great start so far. McSmitty down on that burst meter, has that curse, still fighting back with that far slash, but the startup of our move, despite Jack being out of focus, out of resources, was able to use that BRC to whip punish. Great throw on the roll.
Really predictive, or maybe just a OS in that kind of situation. McSmitty gonna be able to get a big hit here. 2H coming out, and now these FDs are so strong from Jack, making McSmitty whiff all these normals. Happy Chaos want boing boing, and the big 26 gonna secure that first round.
It ain't gonna be an Ukio stream without him saying boing boing one time, bro. my man just cannot come up with another catchphrase, but hey, to each their own. Jack right now.
It's your fault for letting the Ting Sakura of commentators commentate your bracket, dog.
Hey man, I appreciate you saying yes. You know how many people I asked before? No, I'm kidding. That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry.
Right,
I'm kidding. Here we go. 5D red RC. Oh, the 2S very preempted there, but that's another whiff punish Jack is able to get with just an RC drift forward. Look at this combo. The gun is going to take it. Oh!
No! Oh, that's not exactly what you want to see here. You really needed that wall break here to refresh these resources, but the burst coming out from Jack, and now you only have one bullet left in the chamber. No, you can't whiff punish in that situation. You can't make it hard. The 2K2D has the end of pressure there. You don't have any bullets. You can't reload. Whistling Wind gonna be able to combo from the counter hit, and McSmitty makes the best out of a dire situation off of one small drop from Jack.
Ooh. Awesome capitalization there. That being said, you can't write off Jack keeping this pressure simple, catching you with the throw, weaving it in with that 5k, 6k pressure. Building up that tension, was ready with the Deus Ex. I'm looking at the votes. 51% are on Jack, 49% on McSmitty, so a minor favor there towards Jack, but we got some McSmitty believers, some fans. That being said, Jack taking your hero out right here with that red RC confirm, getting the first game on the board.
I mean, Jack just kind of lock it in there after that round. It was just a drop. It happens to the best of us. And now McSmitty kind of on the back foot. What exactly do you do here? How do you contest this neutral that Jack's putting out with these 2S's, with these curses, with these gunshots? Just doing a great job at using these buttons more than trying to use the bullets themselves.
Duel 1.
See what we got here. Oh, the 2D on the round start and the 5D shot. Yeah, McSmitty saying, hold up, reset. Let me get that burst out. That being said, Jack with that gun, doing a little bit of zoning on his own. I know you were calling Axel the true blue zoner, but Jack out here, I mean, Jack blue for a different reason. I mean, but here we go.
I mean, it's blue, but I wouldn't say it's true. You know what I mean? That's a bit of a lie. That's a bit of a lie. But,
I mean, look at that, man. You're not wrong. Jack in this first round.
Here. I mean, now going into this next round, going up for a super jump, trying to make it hard for McSmitty to guarantee a hit in the air, but what a backdash on that close slash. Timed it pretty much exactly. The rainwater gonna force out the burst here from Jack. Don't want to be plus, don't want to be in a comboed situation, just kind of want to get this game over with. Able to use the 5H to be able to keep up that pressure even after the deflect shield. Deus Ex Machina.
Hard knockdown as well. Getting a chance to get that YRC out here. McSmitty also having that burst building up here. McSmitty likes using it for hit confirms and wild assault combos, so we'll see if we get that chance to use it offensively. The Goomba Stomp catching right here, having that defensive mechanic ready, but Jack sniffing it out as well. If Jeek is pointing it out, you know Jack is already planning around it. Baits the burst, goes up 2-0.
Yeah, if Jeek is already pointing it out, you know Nan's building around it. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding,
bro, if Jeek's pointing it out, bro, there's people in silver right now saying, wait, I can block that? Like, here we go, man. Here we go. One game separates Jack from being able to get their run back with gaysexlegend in grand finals. And again, it'll be another, hey, grand finals, hey, it's just one game. That's all I'm saying. McSmitty doing their best attempt here to try to make things hard. The 2K2D gonna come out, get a nice big counter hit, and now kind of going backwards. Gets the 5K, gets the focus, or gets the steady aim. Deus Ex Machina. Maybe they'll give him a new super. Maybe they'll give him a new super. We won't have to see the animation over and over again. Hey man, I mean, I know it gets memed on. We see it so often because Jack is so good at converting into it. And I mean, I don't know, bro. You see it the first time, it's fire. Are we gonna pretend like it's not? McSmitty right now trying to get that backdash away, but Jack with the BRC converted off of that 5K using the slowdown. McSmitty was able to build that burst, but Jack is on set point. Well, exactly. This is where you want to be for Jack, especially when you're able to get a big trade like that, hard knockdown into that counter hit trade, and now you're kind of just being able to play zoning wars with Axel, and you end up winning because you're able to ID with that J2K, get that Goomba Stomp, get that ground bounce, and now you're going to be able to put towards the wall, have the Deus Ex Machina, have the concentration, refreshing the bullets, a reduced amount of focus usage. This is not where you want to be if you're McSmitty. 50 tension might not be able to help you here, but the YRC doesn't get baited. Nice stuff here. Staying back. Oh, the air throw, red RC. Jack wants that run back bad. Going to be making it up to that grand finals after an awesome 3-0. All right, everybody. Grand finals of the Jeekly 90. Took a break, and now we're back once again, delivering some top tier gameplay. gaysexlegend able to make it in on winner's side of this bracket and make it to grand finals. But Jack, you know him, you love him, ARC World Tour champion, ended up getting sent to the loser's side by gaysexlegend, but now we're Deus Ex Machina breaking the wall. Awesome stuff, guys. Not gonna lie, my tournament stream helper is bugging right now, so just enjoy watching this match while I get it fixed. That being said, Jack with a great start here. Of course, coming from the loser side of the bracket is gonna have to make a climb up. We'll see what they got.
especially in this situation. gaysexlegend is going to make it hard. We already saw them have to kind of counter-adapt after getting adapted to, after having to adapt once before. And now we got the armor, the HCP, going to allow us to get a run up into a 2S. Get our meaty, get our conversion, send to the wall, do that knock-knock pressure. Leo Whitefang's knocking at your door, but the throw isn't going to happen. 100 meter, but not a guarantee.
Oh, nice bait on that DP. Jack is going to go for the full charge dust to get this punish after. Definitely a great time to utilize that full charge dust and get that combo after. Bursting back, GSL trying to stay alive here, but another DP bait. That's going to be sealing the first game out here for Jack.
Oh yeah, especially whenever you have all that meter on the board. gaysexlegend going to be sent down, but definitely not out. Again, you don't beat Jack without the ability to, you know, beat Jack. So it's definitely possible. They did it once. You just got to do it one more time. Just 3 more games, while Jack has to win 6 consecutively. Or maybe not consecutively, but 2 sets back to back.
All right, sorry about that, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, my overlays were bugging, but I got it fixed out. Showing some respect to these grand finalists out here. GSL winning over Jack. There's a slim number of people that have beaten Jack in my brackets ever. I think the number may be like around 5 or 6 people, period. GSL being one of them as of today. Of course, being able to take out Jack in very notable brackets earlier. That being said, Jack on this run back set, looking very good in that first game and in this round here. Definitely wanted to get that wall break. Oh man, unfortunate spending at the flex shield. Jack was ready to punish it and get the perfect.
Oh, you hate to see it. That's so unfortunate, especially in these situations. And now, gaysexlegend getting back thrown. The flash getting baited out by Jack, and Jack looking in top form here. Took one loss and went, I bet, after losers finals, but the counter hit 2D. This is exactly what you want to see if you're Jodo. Using that burst, you're in a fine situation here. It's just 1 or 2 more hits. The 2D coming out here, VRC. You have to block so much, and then whenever you whiff your far slash, you get whiff punished, and the flash kick gets baited once again. Jack going up 2-0 very quickly.
Nice stuff, man. I mean, we've been seeing some very notable tournaments, AWT finals and EVO finals off the top of my head, where players that were on the winner side of the bracket get 3-0. They get washed right in the first set, in that first run back set. But you can take that time to just get that data. Shouts to that KSU interview, you know? You get that data, you're like, hey, look, this first set, it's about getting that information now. I got the reset to run it, right? That being said, GSL not out of it yet. Of course, getting all the information, going to be able to have that chance on one more reset if we even need it. But, bro, we've gone a close set before. And look at this stagger pressure right here. The back turns are so strong, taking out even the best in the world. Oh, I didn't realize that was going to kill. Oh, my God.
I mean, such little scaling from that hit there. It was just 1 hit into the super. That's exactly what you want there for gaysexlegend, to be able to get up a game here, or get up a round here, I should say. But Jack, unrelenting. As long as there are bullets in that gun, the pressure is scary. Being able to get a fast RC load conversion. Look at all those bullets back in the chamber from that wall stick. And now, gonna be able to bait the flash kick. I did not think that that would work like that. All the positive bonus in the world. Got the curse, got the Deus Ex Machina, a 50 meter on the board. And now, Jack's on reset point.
Nice play there from Jack. I gotta say, man, GSL been sending these flash kicks here in this set so far. Staying safe on that block back turn H. Was about to convert off that back turn S, but Jack is ready with the burst. Said, hey, I'm too close to the wall for my comfort against Leo Whitefang. Does get a pick up here. GSL going to spend that burst. Trying to shimmy around, but Jack actually getting the punish on GSL's backdash. He's going to be able to punish you here with this Deus Ex.
I mean, and now we're seeing a master at work here in Jack. Going to be able to get a nice little close slash on that bait. And now we're going to be going straight to a reset with this Deus Ex Machina.
Nice stuff, man. Here we go. Gonna play this replay and get all these, do what I gotta do on my overlay side. Awesome stuff out here from both these players, bro. Jack, always ready to make sure we're at work. You know what I mean? My man out here at the Jeekly, my man's on direct deposit out here winning these grand finals every week. I'll tell you what. That being said, a little bit of a break out here gave some time for GSL to win that first match in winners finals and get that data here. So even if it was a reset, Jack still needs to win 3 more here, and gaysexlegend has that information.
Yeah, but the way these resources are being managed, the way this advantage is being pressed, this is one of those situations in the counter hit trade combo. That's not what you want to see if you're Jodo. You end up sticking out one of those buttons, but you get hit anyways. The 2B coming out, he doesn't bait that flash kick. Undeterred, the back, that's BRC. What a confirm. Gonna be able to get the Deus Ex Machina before the burst can even come out, and that's gonna kill. What a heads up play and confirm from Jack.
Dude, that's why he's one of the best players in the entire world, bro. Oh my God. Good wild assault route right there. GSL was going to send you through, but Jack was ready with the burst saying, hey, look, you know, I'm playing hot, but I don't want to give you any positive bonus. It's still the king, man. You got to respect him. Does get a dash cancel into this super. GSL is going to get our burst here. Does have a decent amount of tension to play with as well, but we are on the back foot here at this reset.
Especially whenever you get this 2K, gaysexlegend maybe feeling down and out, but not afraid to flash kick when he sees the opportunity. Gonna get it big back turn 8. Gets the big super, gets the tumble, but not able to kill though. Not able to use it in that situation. Gets the YRC bait, and that's exactly what you want to see. Getting a life in this set, putting a round on the board.
What I loved about that was that GSL doing the 5D first was probably what gave Jack the confidence to spend the RC in the first place, but GSL was doing exactly that to try to bait it out. Awesome play, man. You know, I was giving Jack compliments of being one of the best players in the world, but GSL out here showing you that he deserves some recognition too. Good backthrow from here from Jack.
Especially if you're able to go toe-to-toe with an Arc World champion, that has to mean something. That's gotta mean something. But getting sent to the wall here, gaysexlegend, you definitely have an opportunity here if you can just survive. But the burst builds right as the final hit. Jack does such a great job with this labbing in relation, or with this routing in relation to how much burst is left on the screen. This reset goes first game to Jack.
Awesome stuff out here, man. Jack moving through the grand finals like clockwork. But I gotta say, I mean, I'll call it out again, you know, not very often does Jack actually make it to this loser side of the bracket. You know, I was talking about only a couple players, 5, maybe 6, have even beaten him in a Jeekly bracket before. So this is a rare sight, seeing Jack have to come up from that reset side, but also nothing he can't handle. Nice 6B here from GSL. It's going to be that cross up in the corner. I got to say, Jack has been pretty good about blocking the back turn Ks afterwards, which were really messing up in that first set.
100%. As like you were saying earlier, you definitely can't make it this far without having your share of experience and things that you can handle. Jack, imagine all of those grand finals losses that had to happen for them to be able to be this consistent in their play with that Deus Ex Machina. Every single hit is calibrated, but the same thing can be said for gaysexlegend. They're not out of this yet. That defensive gameplay, that flash kick coming out, goes for the tap dust. We've seen shades of this in the past. Jeek goes for the back turn. Bro, what a way to keep Jack on his toes.
I never thought I'd see a Dunkel in grand finals at the Jeekly Open, bro. Shouts to Coca. I've seen it in the academy, but not out here, man. GSL coming out looking good. Gonna go for that gun fling. However, the gun, you know what I'm trying to say. Good pressure here. Good press out from Jack, and a good attempt on the mix. Unfortunately, couldn't get the combo conversion after, but the guard point has been powerful from GSL.
Exactly, I couldn't agree more. The gun flip thingy happening there while in the air, but able to get that bait from that flash kick. No resources on the side of gaysexlegend. Things are so incredibly close right now. Gun thingamarink-a-ding, as Jeek was saying now. Coming out once again, the 5/8's trying to control that space. No concentration, no bullets. This is exactly where you want to be if you're Jodo, but the throw gets baited. Jack able to put himself on point for this game, swimming through this grand finals right now.
Yeah, yeah, my man. He is trying to speed run this one through. That being said, GSL getting around this game, playing super hot on this Leo. Jack just on another level when it comes to baiting out some of these reversals, especially the flash kick, some of these throws as well. The BRC slowdown wasn't enough. GSL is able to keep that pressure up, but an early burst from Jack does not want to get tumbled to the corner.
Now we're stuck in this corner with that back turn pressure. Not able to backdash BRC in response this time. The J2K gonna end up coming out, and now Jack is gonna put gaysexlegend to the wall once again. The snowball pressure is so incredibly strong. You got the hard knockdown, but no real way to get in. The JS gonna come out, the JS of despair, whatever you meant to flash kick. I know that feeling, but oh wait, maybe not, a bit of mistake, and now you get pushed into the corner. The tap dust, oh, how can you block it all? But gets reset and doesn't clock it anyways. To be fair, I don't know if I would have been able to do it either.
Yeah, GSL right there. I mean, honestly, I mean, you know, that hit could have been one to confirm. But we'll see. What I'm trying to say is that, you know, maybe the hands off the controller. Jack able to go ahead and get that second game though, despite that drop. We're going to game 3 out here. Jodo in the Discord. Remember, I was calling out the Dunkel. I was popping off for it. Jodo says that command grab was a misinput. Lol. Jack says, I mean, low key it was woke. I wasn't mad.
Oh, it's 5. Yeah, it's 5. Word.
All right, here we go, guys. Lock in, Joe. The chat is begging you to lock in. GSL right now saying in the Discord he's watching someone else play another video game, and I can tell. Jack right now baiting that burst after the DP, gonna send you through.
Oh no, this is not what you want. Bro's watching somebody else play another video game. 2K coming out, but maybe you locked in. Maybe you looked at his monitor. We might be seeing greatness starting here. 2K 2D, no bullets on the screen, goes for the throw, but it ends up getting baited. The 5K able to go for the Deus Ex Machina, gonna send through the wall. One more interaction here for Jack is all you really need to be able to send through here. Gets the hit, able to get the Deus Ex Machina once again, and Jack is on tournament point.
Jack right now trying to make it through this bracket. Jack is okay, we're good. Was that patient, huh? Oh my lord. Spending the burst, does not want to get hit by that 5H after. GSL gonna be able to backdash that gun flip. Good stuff. Another throw out of that back turn. Definitely so tricky. Oh, and there's the Dunkel for real this time. Thank you, GSL. Is that gonna be enough to kill? Gonna need one more reset. Catches the backdash with that back turn K. Nice stuff out here. Still set point for Jack, but GSL's got it.
Maybe the tournament points were the friends we made along the way, Jeek. Going in here watching Jodo hit these grabs. I don't think I've ever seen this many Leo command grabs landed inside of a set, but Jodo fighting back. Looked on the monitor, stopped watching near gameplay in the big 26, and now we're going into a game 4.
Bro, I mean, I don't know, man. We all kind of thought, you know, reading the Discord and stuff, where this set was heading. That being said, GSL locked in, y'all. I guess he's reading the chat. He's listening to y'all, rooting for him. That being said, this ain't no slouch out here. This is your AWT champion, Jack. Jack's also won something like 50 plus Jeeklys at this point, bro. It's the number is like actually just staggering. That being said, Jack catching you right here. I mean, GSL getting bursted back, got the gun out, and the throw is the pressure.
Now going in for another reset in the situation. All you need is one more game if you're Jack, but if you're gaysexlegend, all you need is 2 more. Trying to get back into the situation, goes for the cross up, back turn S, gets the whip punish with the back turn H, gets another overhead, gonna go for the 5H loops here, but doesn't build enough meter for the super to break the wall and maybe even break the opponent's life total. Goes for the backdash BRC coming out from both sides, back turn S, going for this mix is crazy, both sides kind of flailing, and Jodo locked in. One more round here to send us to game 5.
Okay, we got a set on our hands all of a sudden, y'all. Using that 2S to get our gun flipped out. Reading the roll with that DP. I love keeping the pressure with 6H, a frame trap 236S to keep Jack here in the corner. Trying to press up. Went for the RNG shot. Didn't hit it that time after 2S. Trying to get away from that back turn S, and it pays off. GSL spends the burst.
Now, you kind of have to burst here if you want to keep up this advantage. If you want to be able to snowball, the run-up throw from Jack, though, going to allow us to get some pressure started. The JP going to end up hitting, going to be able to keep us grounded so we can get the wall slump, the resurge of resources. And now, Jodo on his back foot, got the hard knockdown, but the flash kick, the king will not be denied unless it's the king getting a back throw. The blue demon gonna be able to get another hit here, but no, another flash kick, 2K 2D, and now we're kind of rolling back and forth. Another flash kick.
Here we go, booming you back. Taking some space back, going for that 2D. PRC gets the throw. Not going to end up the kill here with the OTG, but the PRC sees the back turn H. Oh my god, now the throw!
Wait, the OTG, it doesn't end up killing. All you need is one more hit, but no.
Point. But Jack chipping you out, going to set point.
I mean, Jack has been here once before, but Jodo was able to make a way back. gaysexlegend pull a little bit of that, whatever it is that makes you powerful. Maybe near gameplay, maybe gaysex so that you're a legend, maybe Leo in general. We have no idea, but whatever it is, pull it out of your tank because you can still do this. Jack gonna send us through the wall. One more interaction away. Baits the flash kick. We might be seeing one more interaction, but with the wall damage, the Deus Ex Machina kills. Jack is your Jeekly 90 champion. Apparently that 2D that didn't kill was supposed to be a 236S. Oh man.
All right, y'all. All right, that's the Jeekly, man. That's a Jeekly, bro. You know, that's it. See ya. Now, can you imagine? Anyways, real quick, thank you so much to everyone who contributed to the bracket tonight, guys. We got Scary, we had SoundBlazer, we had Arashi, and everyone who did claim some of those codes. I'm gonna do the match arena one last time. Please, on your way out, claim a code. Check out the VOD later. It's gonna be over on the exclamation point YouTube. And then we got some stuff happening in the Discord. If you want to sign for the next bracket, you want to see what we got going on. Oh, I forgot to announce this thing, guys. We did a little survey for our event that we held last year called the Jeek League. If you were a watcher or a participant of that event, I just put a survey in the chat for you. I would love to hear back from you what you thought about that event and what you think could make it better. That being said, Ukio, what do you got to shout out, man, while I get this rate up?
All I gotta say is thank y'all so much for coming out and watching. I help with a server called the ANC Internship. We're just a beginner, sir. We're a server that looks to try and get beginners connected with higher level players or any other resources that could possibly help them learn. How the event works is you start out, you get paired with somebody, you will get picked from a pool of different paired people, and you'll go through a 2-week event that will essentially just kind of go through training, and on the last day of that 2-week training, you kind of go through a bracket with everybody else. It's a round robin. You get a chance to play everybody, and it really does go a long way in trying to help students. If you're a top player, or if you're just a strong player in general, want to help, or new to the game and want to try and figure out what you're doing with your character, come on here with us. While we're not running events until 2.0 happens, we will be running events pretty soon after 2.0 drops, so come on by.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna get this rate up. We're gonna send it over to the AWT champion, man. Tell him congrats. I do want to shout out something real quick. My friends are hosting a regional tomorrow over in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's called Spring's Edge. It's not just Guilty Gear, it's also Tekken and Street Fighter and 2XKO. I just dropped the link here in the chat. I love if you guys can check out that Start GG, follow the Twitch. It's going to be tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST. Lord Knight's showing up, you got Lakey showing up, you got some really good players over there in that Wisconsin area, or people traveling, in fact. So please check out that Start.GG, please.